me just really quickly throw on some tunes.
We should listen to death metal.
Chief.
That'll be the boss battle music.
You don't leave death metal for boss battles.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's listen to some Dimmu Borgir.
So,
Won't go away. I hovered over what song was playing and it won't go away.
why? Oh, the little pop up won't leave.
It
The
won't.
music.
You gotta refresh your page, man.
Damn it.
On the plus side, that means you'll hear the music from the start, so you'll be out of sync with me and anyone else. But it's fine. Anyways, the last time we were together, you guys as a group headed. You were still in Felborum, and you, at the request of Alistair, headed to meet with a dwarven magical historian, who immediately provided you with an instrument to, hopefully, track down the Nameless Mist, or at least an artifact of its power, which, upon being destroyed, could hopefully neutralize it. You immediately saw that there was something going on in the town, the city, perhaps as a reaction to your plans to destroy the mist, in that two individuals began a fight which, through some magical means, caused the entire cavern to experience tremors. You neutralized the two as a group. You neutralized the two combatants and delivered them to the town guard, and then immediately set off following the direction of the small instrument which is tracking the Nameless Mist. You headed south to Dinwood and made a short stop there for the night just to rest up. However, upon awakening, you realized that something wasn't right. Toxif, with his arcane intelligence, all of his knowledge of his many years of being a wizard, he quickly deduced that there was some kind of illusion going on. That they were all that the majority of you, except for the elven members of your party, were still asleep. In fact, so Toxif managed to shock himself awake and then go around waking everyone else up. Rather shaken, everyone quickly packed up their things and booked it out of town. When you, as a group, arrived at the crossing over a river that you would need to go over in order to hopefully get to where the mist was located, you found that the bridge was collapsed. An individual on the other side was supposedly attempting to help fix the bridge. However, it was soon revealed to be an ambush, but the group made quick work of the bandits, and the person on the other side fled. You all managed to get the bridge up and secure and crossed, and then you decided to camp a mile or two past the bridge. And it is still nighttime. Kriza took the first watch, I believe. Nothing really happened. Nothing. He didn't call out for help or anything. He just patrolled around the campsite. And then, who was next to take watch? Did you guys decide that or no?
I mean, I can, but I want to read.
Kriza just walks over and shakes you awake, Sildid. And he grumbles and he's like, "It's your turn for the watch." And then he goes and like falls asleep underneath one of the tents. Sildid, can you make a perception check for me?
I knew that was fucking coming. God damn it.
Can I make one with a disadvantage because I am up, but I'm not really paying attention?
Are you reading?
Yeah.
You can certainly make one with disadvantage, yeah? Jeez. The two of you kind of hang around the fire. Uh, it's very it's quiet. You hear the kind of sounds of the night animals, you know, the nocturnal birds and crickets and that kind of thing. But you don't really notice anything or anyone else around. It's quite dark aside from your little camp. Um, and just kind of like uh, looking to the sky, it's actually quite a cloudy night, so there's only a little bit of moonlight filtering through. But the rest of the next 4 hours or so pass relatively um, uneventfully, and as the sun rises, you kind of breathe a sigh of relief as you go around waking the rest of the group up, except for Galaran and Yafa, who are already awake. As you all kind of get up and start to prepare to continue heading little northeast to the what you were told was some sort of shrine that the mist was likely to be located. So as you kind of gather yourselves up and get up, do you do anything or say anything, or are you guys just gonna like straight up start heading out?
Well, I believe we're about a day's journey from, correct, a little less than a day
Yeah.
from where we need to be.
Galaran takes a look at the map and he says, as long as we stick to the river, we should be perfectly on course to arrive a little before sundown.
All right. Well, for moving on the road, before we do, I'd like to take stock of everything we have and make sure everything's there.
All right. Can you do an investigation check?
Am I good at those?
I don't know. Do an investigation check though.
Oh,
Okay. You look through the various bags and barrels and what have you in the cart. Nothing seems to have been touched in the night. As far as you can tell, you're fairly confident that everything's in place and as it should be. Nothing concerning like a scimitar missing or any
All right.
water gone from the barrels or what have you.
How is my crow still around? She's still around here.
Your raven is
Raven.
still. She's kind of flying around in a circle above you, but she eventually does land on the edge of the cart.
Can I roll animal handling and see if I can
Sure.
try to just get her to like show? Let's see. Am I good at those?
No.
No.
You try to pet her, but she kind of flaps back and
All right.
kind of like turns her head up at you, her beak up, and like kind of hops across the cart away from you.
All right.
I'm guessing she still prefers Galaran.
Well, Galaran is the one who's capable of talking to her, so he's a little better conversation at least.
They're both gonna start talking about their freedom.
Yeah.
All right.
Martin, that's Fred's sheet, not Martin's sheet. Okay, Martin, kind of like as you're all kind of, you know, getting up, packing up the camp, getting all your gear on and in place. Martin kind of like tilts his head towards the sky and kind of looks around and then east towards presumably your destination, and he says, he kind of like grimly says, we should move quickly. I sense that it's growing stronger.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to move.
Guess it's time to read in the back of the cart.
I agree. I agree.
All right. So as you guys kind of clamber into the cart, or some of you stay walking alongside it, um, you kind of keep close to the river because at this point there isn't as much of a clear-cut path to follow. Um, you're, it's not rough terrain by any means. There's just people don't typically. There's not a beaten path along the side of the river. Um, as you follow it, it all seems quite peaceful for a while. The river just kind of, bubbles next to you. Not bubbles in a bad way, but just flows. Um, and you don't see any other travelers on the way um, along your path. It doesn't seem like many people head to this shrine very often. However, as you approach about here,
I'm gonna joust somebody. About to joust somebody right here.
no, as you approach about here, you see that the river widens, and in the middle of the river is some kind of small islet, like a small island. Um, it's got some trees on it and such. It's a fair size, but it's still within a river, so it's not that huge. However, you do see what looks to be the ruins of an old fortress on it. And for a moment, it's quiet over there. But a second later, you see a giant crack of lightning streak out, electrical magic streak out from the ruins, and you hear shouts and yells and clanging of metal.
Well, let's go. We
Um,
don't have time.
there is a small.
Shouldn't we check it out?
We don't have time.
You actually hear a shout for help from a very loud shout for help from somewhere in the fort, like presumably
trying to
around
save the
outside of
province.
fortress.
Can I send the owl?
You can send the owl, sure.
Yeah. See what it sees.
Okay, let me just
You always roll ones, dude.
I do.
let me just drag you.
Oh,
Are you seeing this new area now?
no, I see the map. And my icon on the map.
No, you don't.
um,
Fuck it. Okay, everyone else just kind of ignore it. Pretend you don't see this. Toxic, you're the only one who can see this. As your owl
What
flies
are we
over.
seeing? What?
We can't see things right now.
No.
No,
I
I
know,
mean like,
I'm joking.
no, I'm just saying like.
Oh shit. Okay. Toxic, as your owl kind of flies over, it see you through its eyes. You see a relatively ruined fortress with kind of low stone walls, and you see a number of armed people kind of moving towards and surrounding this one person. And as your owl loops back, this person fires a bolt of lightning out of her hand, and it strikes another one of these presumably bandits of some kind in the chest and kind of knocks him back.
Damn, she's got lightning. Come on. Which one? Which one got hit?
Now, which one's shooting lightning?
Yeah.
This one?
She shoots the lightning.
Yeah.
And-
Is this poor fool?
No, actually, as this guy over here gets hit with lightning, his body actually flies back and like slightly charred falls to the ground.
Alright.
Okay.
Toxic. I think Toxic found somebody.
Damn it. No, listen here. I just touch people and electrocute them. Shoot lightning, Jesus. Come on.
Toxic's in love.
No, toxic pissed.
He's
Tox
competition.
Toxic, The owl kind of flies back, and do you say anything to the group?
Uh,
By the way, the group, you guys could hear and faintly see the flash of lightning from across the river.
oh, Jesus Christ, it's a hammer. Yeah, I relay yeah, everything that was seen. Oh, oh God, my eye.
We should go
Jesus.
help.
How are we gonna even get over there? Is there any? Can I see with my eyes? Is there
You
anywhere
can
that we
see
can go
that
over
there is
there?
a bridge. There is a small bridge that connects your side of the river to this island in the
Is,
middle.
is it a land bridge?
No, it's just a small bridge,
Oh.
a small wooden bridge with ropes.
Ugh.
Small wooden bridges worry me.
Uh,
Oh, there it is. Hi. Ugh.
What's so you've relayed this information. Sildid says that you guys should go help. Martin agrees. He speaks up and he's like, we can't allow we can't allow a person to be attacked by these bandits. And Day agrees with Sildid and says that
should we have
that you guys are that we're obligated to help.
We aren't obligated
There's a
to
good
do
chance they
shit.
can help us too.
Fred says the
Uh,
lightning's a lot more impressive than Toxic Shocking Grasp. So maybe
Guy.
they could use this person.
Fred's gonna be castrated in his sleep.
I suggest maybe Fred and Galeron watch the cart, maybe, because we're not taking it over that bridge.
Galeron agrees to watch the cart.
Course he does.
Galeron agrees to watch the carts. He gets the cart as close to the bridge as he can, so that if you guys have to make a quick escape or whatever, or if he has to rush over to help, he can.
I give Galeron a fucking like elven high five, complicated like handshake bullshit.
It takes 5. In that time, everyone. No, you give him this quick high five, this quick elven high five, and is everyone heading over then?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you all can magically see this area.
Make sure your health and AC is set correctly.
It should be. And I will start rolling AC for those who are not here. Everyone else, can you start? Not AC, initiative. My apologies. Gibbs, do you know how to roll initiative?
You roll a thing, but I don't know which dice do you roll.
First of all, make sure you're clicking your token, your little person.
Yes.
And then go to your character sheet. No, don't go to your character sheet. Press the button that says initiative in the lower left of the screen.
Lower left.
Yeah.
Where in the lower left?
Of your whole screen. Beneath like the names like Cinder, Demetrius, Josh.
Probably gonna be like. I do not see it.
There should be a cogwheel, I think it is. Or collection.
Yeah, go to the
right. Yeah, it's
cog
right next to
wheel.
the cogwheel. It's the left of it.
Yeah.
There's an initiative button in there.
Yeah, the left of the cogwheel.
I have no idea what I'm
Left of the
supposed to be seeing.
cogwheel.
Wait,
At the
wait.
top right. The top right, right to the left of the cogwheel. Click where, and then it'll pop up a thing that says macros.
Yeah, it'll say macros, and then there'll be a thing that says initiative and an option to check in bar. Make sure in bar is checked.
And make sure show macro quick bar is also checked.
I'm sorry.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I don't know how to work this thing.
Learn.
It's literally at the top right.
Okay, well, never mind then.
Like, it's at the top right. Do you see that little bar of stuff like the chat bar, the handouts,
Yeah.
the compendium? Yeah. Okay. It's the one that says collection. If you mouse over it, it's the farthest, it's like the second to last one on the right side.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay,
Yes, it's
now
left
I
of the
know.
cogwheel.
I already did it, so don't click the
Yeah,
initiative.
she still
button,
needs to
but
set
just
up
make
the
sure it's-
initiative.
Yeah, make sure it's clicked and set up.
Okay. So then you go to where it says initiative and you click the in bar, like the little check thing. It's right in that collection thing. Click it so
Collection.
you have. Yep. So you have show macro quick bar checked and the initiative button in bar.
Oh, do you have battle music going? What's happening? Is that what I hear?
I might.
I can't hear it, so.
It's so quiet. That's why.
I mean, I also don't have audio plugged into my computer, so.
Oh. Oh. Jesus.
Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. A lot of them rolled really, really high. I don't like it. I'm actually probably gonna be going last.
Oh, the owl. Can I get control of the owl? Kobe.
Yep. Give me 1 sec. Sloane didn't follow you. Sloane is still in the cart.
I didn't assume. I didn't think she would. So, it's fine. Ha 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 ha! The bird got a fucking 2.
2. Okay. First up is Fred.
The owl rolls its own initiative.
Yeah, he rolled it. It rolled 2.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fred moves over to here, and this is kind of a lower wall that you're able to jump over. But as his movement is just only to here because he's a small person. But he kind of runs up and he sees that you're in trouble, Gibbs.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
Spider Lance is out. Got it. And he takes actually. He throws out his own hand, grasping in it his, religious symbol, and he casts Sacred Flame. Let's see if this guy makes that save. The guy who's still alive, who's closest to him.
Cast it on a dead guy.
Yeah, he cast it on the dead man. No,
Bring him back from death.
he does not make it.
Get
so,
fucked, idiot.
As you're fighting these people off, and you manage to kill one, Gibbs. You see you don't really see him because he's so small, but you just see this kind of ray of like radiant light flash out from just past the wall and impact this guy in front of you. And he kind of stumbles back and seems kind of disoriented.
All right.
Next is Martin.
How do we know we're killing the right people? I mean, maybe the wizard is evil or something. Maybe the wizard is the evil one. Dun dun dun. I say we just kill them all and take all the stuff.
Blame the wizard. Yeah.
Fred
Killing
Fred apparently has a feeling, perhaps guided by a holy spirit light.
You're a dwarf. It's probably the thirst for ale. Like, what the fuck?
Whoa.
Where was
Um,
that feeling when they got fucking tough?
Martin runs up, and he has not dedicated enough time to learn his spells yet, so he just kind of makes his full dash movement and kind of comes up and stands in front of
Oh,
you.
he fucking vaults the wall like.
Yeah,
a
he
badass.
he like vaults the wall in full chainmail, and kind of moves right here, kind of to protect you. Gibbs.
There's just like this knight just running up, just fucking ready.
Nice.
Okay, now it's Kriz's turn. Sorry, I was moving a couple of other people. And Kriza, why are you pointing that way, my dude? Kriza decides to take his full movement and
Because I have a target that needs stabbing.
he moves right here. He unfortunately doesn't have anything to. Actually,
I could stab all of these guys. I could technically make it to stab this fool. But
actually,
I'll
he. All right.
so we're about to get fucked.
If I can find a certain thing. Okay. All right. I'm ready. He kind of rears back, and from his mouth bursts just a big burst of red and orange flame in a cone in front of him, and let's see. If this guy makes it. He does not. He doesn't. And this guy is just enveloped in flame for
Barbecue.
Flame on.
ooh. And you could see like his clothes catch fire, and he frantically tries to pat himself down. And he kind of turns to like glance back, no longer paying attention to you, Gibbs. Silded, it's your turn.
I'm going for it. Give me a second, my mouse is mean. I think I'll wait because that was my sturdy speed, and I don't wanna full blast it right in front of an enemy.
Okay. Toxic.
How tall are these walls? Can I actually see over them?
These walls are like 2.5 feet tall.
Oh boy.
That's a jump for Toxic.
I can't even get over those walls.
That is you have to like hardcore vault over this.
I mean, that means that you probably have like 3/4 cover against shit, though.
Yeah. That guy.
Okay.
Ba-
You hit.
ba- da- da-
All right. So this guy who just patted himself out of flame is suddenly enveloped in ice.
Come help there, bud.
It crackles across his skin, and he stumbles back, and he's just like, "God damn it!" And he's like shivering and trying to get himself warm again.
Yeah, talk about frostburn, Jesus.
All right.
I hate you. 2 levels.
Y'all want me to? Should I stab this fool?
Just give that guy a bad time.
One of his friends comes rushing out from parts unknown, presumably just a different wall, and kind of like asks him if he's okay as he's starting to thaw out again. Yafa.
stabbing this guy.
Okay.
Hopefully. Butter lance.
All right. You hit.
Alright,
right,
lowest
so-
damage. Low rolled.
So you run up and you just kind of like bring your lance up above your head and just kind of downward, hitting him
Yes.
with just the farthest point, and it hits into his shoulder, and he kind of yells out and backs up, blood running down his chest.
As my bonus action, can I take cover?
Sure.
Duck behind the wall, if I can. And that's all. That's all I'm doing. Just gonna take cover.
All right.
What kind of cover would you say that I would have? behind this wall?
3/4.
3/4. All right.
So this poor man who's been, he's been hit with holy energy. He's been burnt. He's been frozen. He looks around and sees that all these people are rushing up, and he takes his offhand dagger and tries to throw it at you, Sildid.
Throw it at Orc Mom.
Bring it.
Jesus.
Bring it!
That's just. Oof, he brought it.
He hits
Alright, that does actually hit.
He brought it.
for not a lot.
Alright.
You just kind of
No.
yeah, this dagger kind of sails towards you and kind of hits your shoulder, but it's most of the damage is absorbed by your armor.
That's cute.
Aurelia, it's your turn.
Hi, yes. That is me. I would like to cast I will cast Shocking Grasp at the one guy that just keeps getting wailed on.
You gotta get a little bit closer for
It's
that one.
It's a touch range. Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta step forward. Click your token and then move use the arrows or drag to move your token. Yeah, you just gotta take one step forward.
Yeah, you gotta actually be able to touch him.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let me just I'm still very new. Or
Gotta click the
what else can I do?
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can step forward and do that unless you just want to do something else.
Is there any like rocks or stones nearby?
Yeah, there's like a couple small stones across the ground.
Can I use catapult to take one of them and toss and then like just chuck it at the guy?
You certainly can. I mean, he's pretty close.
Try.
but
I would like to
sure.
do that.
Okay, so you cast catapult.
Is that one of her spells then? One of her normal spell slots, or?
That is a spell slot to use. Yep.
Okay. Remember, you can use cantrips infinitely. Cantrips are infinite spell slots, so you can only cast
Yeah.
a certain amount of normal spells.
I believe I'm rolling that against your dex, which doesn't. Yeah, you cast your catapult, and a brick behind you kind of starts to float for a second, and then it shoots towards this guy in front of you, and he doesn't get out of the way in time, and it hits him like straight in the chest.
Nice.
Roll your 3d8 damage.
So
/R space 3d8. Yeah, no 3d8.
oh 3d8?
Not a 3 on a d8.
Well, considering I've already rolled one, let's do 2.
Okay, so you do 9 damage. The brick actually hits him straight in the head, and you can kind of hear a crack as this poor guy just falls to the ground.
Nice.
Brutal. I like her. Well. Oh, look.
Okay.
This dude. Is this dude gonna square up? Is he gonna square up?
He leaps over this wall, gets a little bit close, And he stays on this kind of side of the wall, so he's working at a bit of a disadvantage here.
Oh,
You've
so
got some
do I
cover.
have my cover?
Yeah, you have your
So I
cover.
have +5 AC. So I have 19 AC right now.
Yeah. Let's see if you can
Actually,
hit-
no, I have 20. Because I have 16. Yeah,
Let's see if he can hit you.
21.
He's got like a scimitar in his right hand. Let's see if he can. No. He
Ooh.
tries to like kind of jump up a little bit and slice down at you, but it just clangs against the metal. And in fact, the reverb through his sword causes him to drop it.
Nice.
You done fucked up, friend.
This guy comes up and he's going to try and shoot you with his crossbow.
Damn, he got fucking like point blank, didn't he?
Yeah, he's not fucking around.
He's just like, let's
I mean,
fucking
primarily
go.
it's because all of like these walls and stuff would make it harder, but he's gonna try and shoot you with his crossbow, Virelia.
Oh heck.
He doesn't.
Nah.
Oh, he doesn't.
The bolt flies right over your head.
If that were me, he would have crit.
Owl. What does the owl want to do?
The owl's landing in the tree in front of him, right next to me.
Okay. Fred's turn again. This time he actually kind of he jumps in and gets right up on this dude. Yeah. He like he gets as far as he can with his little legs. And he's gonna try and hit this dude with a one-handed warhammer swing. He doesn't, unfortunately. It's kind of a tight space-ish, just with the wall on his right side, so the warhammer kind of dings against the wall and
He
causes...
Dark Souls it.
Yeah. Martin glances at you, Virelia, and asks if you're okay, in a sign of deep, booming voice.
I am fine.
He nods to you, and then he glances back and turns, and he rolls up on this dude.
Just rolls up on him.
They
Fuck
see
'em
me
up.
rolling. They hating.
Oh no!
He literally rolls up to him.
Yeah, his sword. He swings it from the left to the right, and it clangs against the wall to his right.
He tried.
And then the dude right in front of him is gonna try and stab him. No. He goes for a slash with his scimitar, but it completely misses, swiping through open air.
Damn. Can't even hit a tank.
But this other dude rolls up too.
Oh jeez.
He's fine.
Rip.
No.
He's fine.
He actually connects, but it's a bad hit, and it just kind of the
Glances?
chainmail completely absorbs. Yeah.
Ha 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 ha
Ha ha ha ha ha.
Martin's just
Kriza
he's
hops over.
about to give him the zealous accusation.
Yeah. Kriza hops over, and Virelia, you see this red dragonborn leap into view, and he rushes towards you, but then he kind of darts to the side, jumps over this wall, and he's gonna try and stab the guy behind you who just shot that crossbow bolt.
Yeah. All right.
Damn.
Unfortunately, after all those acrobatics, he's panting a little bit, and he just doesn't follow through with his swing all the way, and it misses off to the side. Silded.
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna take a swing at this dude.
Okay, this wall's low enough that he doesn't have additional cover from this, so
Plus he's not
Go
active.
ahead,
Okay,
just-
sweet. Wait. Whoops.
yeah, that hits.
Yeah, my thing's
16.
scary.
It's okay. The first roll's what you were going to use. You run up and bring your great axe up and just kind of chop down on this dude on the shoulder, and he screams in agony as you get a.
Orc bomb's not
good-
raging yet.
Orc Mom's not raging. Actually,
No.
specifies he's raging.
Oh.
I'm very calm right now.
Yeah.
Odd.
Considering she just got
Takes-
hit with a dagger,
yeah.
she was just like, eh.
Takes a chunk out of his right shoulder, and he actually drops his scimitar. Still standing, barely, but
Toxic, wanna help me with this one?
Okay, so I've never done it, so I don't know. If I walk up, attack, can I move away with the rest of my movement?
I believe, yeah, if you don't use
Yes.
your full movement, you can do a little bit of movement, do an action, and then use the rest of your movement.
Okay, so I'm gonna move 15 here.
Alright.
I'm gonna
But-
attempt to touch him.
That just barely hits. He's not wearing armor.
Okay.
All right, so you,
And then I'm
yeah,
back.
you're able to move away because that keeps him from doing reactions.
Oh right, it stops him from doing a reaction.
I got
That's so
you.
dirty.
I got you. Don't have to
That's
switch your
so
spider
dirty.
lance. Let's go. I got you.
he,
That's so dirty.
you,
Oh, but dude, I can disengage as a bonus action, so
Hey,
I appreciate it, dude.
you run up and you just kind of like grab onto this dude's shoulder, and you can see lightning surge through his body, and for a moment he's paralyzed.
I can touch his
Dude,
shoulder.
I can touch.
He's a shorter man. He's a shorter guy.
Yes.
This
It's
guy,
like this little gnome waddling up, just jumps up and like dunks
Yeah.
his shoulder.
It's disadvantage if the person's within 5 feet with a lance, right?
Yes. But I mean, he doesn't have a reaction, so. One, because he'd only have one advantage anyway, or one attack of opportunity anyway, so he'd have to. If he used it on Toxic, he couldn't use it on me, plus I have disengage as a bonus action. Rogue stuff.
Okay, this guy takes his this guy right here takes his lance and
Oh, he double stabbed. What?
no, that's his disadvantage because he's using a lance.
Oh.
Oh, his disadvantage, he's using a lance?
Yeah,
Oh.
he kind of rears back a bit and shoves his lance forward, catching Fred. That's his name.
A 13 hits? Damn.
Yeah, the poor man's only got regular ass leather.
Jesus.
And
Ah.
yeah, he kind of stabs him right in his shoulder. Fred
Poor Fred.
winces and gasps, stepping back a little bit, putting one hand over his
That's why you
wound.
don't want to cheap out on your armor.
Yaffa.
Alright, well, he can't take a reaction, so I'm gonna move back, and I'm gonna attempt to stab him.
All right.
See how this goes. Damn it!
Nope. You try to stab him, but actually he has the same cover that you did, so that hits even less. But
He's not specifically taking cover though, is he?
all right, fair enough. But it still doesn't hit. The lance just kind of you don't stab quite high enough, and it kind of clangs against the wall, and it throws off the stab and doesn't hit.
Alright, well then, well my turn wasn't over though. I still have
Sorry.
I still have
Keep going.
bonus actions and things. I still have bonus actions and whatnot. I'm going to, so I moved 5, 10. I'm going to. I'm going to move So I'm gonna use my bonus action to move here, and I'm going to. Can I roll to taunt him?
Sure.
What would I roll for that?
Are you taunting him with the intent to make him angry?
Yeah.
I would. It's not intimidation, so
Yeah, persuasion.
persuasion, essentially. Yeah.
4. Nah.
Yeah. You go like, hey, buddy. Looks like you are a little under. Fuck. And he
Oh well.
he's not impressed.
Does he laugh a little bit?
He laughs a little bit.
At least you'll die laughing.
Jumbo.
No.
Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet.
Yeah, they're not moving out yet. He laughs a little bit and he glances at you, but then he looks back at you, Toxif. And he rushes up and he's gonna try and hit you with his dagger.
Here comes the 19.
Not even close.
Nope. He goes for a quick stab with his dagger, but it just kind of
Blocked by some magical energy. Like what the
Nah,
fuck?
it just kind of swipes to the left.
I get fucked. Can't even hit you. You're too short.
Thanks.
This guy's gonna
With an owl.
this guy's gonna try and step back to take a shot, but Chris is gonna get an attack of opportunity on him. He hits.
I'm sad that with a +8, I managed to roll a 10.
That's just a 5, not an actual crit. As the guy steps back, Chris really quickly slashes him in the stomach, just managing to catch him a little bit with the tip of the sword. But this guy still steps back and tries to take a quick crossbow shot. Does that doesn't break? Okay. The shot clangs against the stone to his left. Is the owl gonna do anything?
The owl cannot do anything, so no.
Okay.
I thought it could.
No, I have to give up my turn for it.
Oh.
All right. Fred is pretty hurt. But he is going to, regardless, try and return the favor with his warhammer. Yep. No. He manages to catch this guy in like the side, but not with he's kind of reeling from that lance to the shoulder, so not with enough force to do any serious damage. Martin is surrounded by 2 people now.
He's the big boy.
But-
He can handle it.
He's a big boy. He can handle it. Nope. He tries to take a slash at the guy to his left, but unfortunately, this kind of slightly cramped or forced to be cramped due to the fact that there's 2 people around him makes it difficult for him to navigate with his sword.
This boy dropped his weapon, so. Gave her a-
Yeah, he dropped his scimitar. He still has a dagger in one hand though.
That's fine.
Oh,
Wow, he hit him.
yeah.
It's like the first time that like Martin gets hit in a while.
Yeah, he takes a
Super
quick
4 damage.
he takes a quick swipe with his scimitar and manages to just kind of catch a place where their chainmail isn't covering, but Martin's a tough boy, so it doesn't hurt too much. This other guy is going to look at you, Seldud, and he's gonna try and step away because he's bleeding heavily. But you're going to get an attack of opportunity on him, and so is Martin. But you can go first.
So he's probably dead.
Hell yeah.
He's dead.
No.
9
Or
damage.
not.
9 damage hurts.
Yeah, you take another big chop, and you actually cut off his right hand. He yells and kind of like shoves the stump under his armpit, trying to like keep pressure on it.
Stop the flow.
Yeah. Uh,
He just has to go with the flow.
That
And
hits.
there we go. There we go, boys. Run them through.
but Martin
Sounds like
turns.
he got really stumped.
Martin turns before he can fully step away, and just takes a brutal chop and slashes his head off.
Damn.
Damn,
So
son.
he's down a head and a hand.
Fatality.
Fatality. Yep.
Krisa, is
Wait,
going
am I
to
the only one in turn order who has like a name on their next to
No.
their character?
No, you only see
Okay,
your name.
it's just
Yeah, you only
Okay.
see your name. I see everyone's names, but that's not important.
Oh, I'm gonna get pain dice now.
Krisa takes another step forward and
Ouch.
goes for a big overhead chop.
ow, cheese.
Ooh.
And he takes a big overhead chop with two hands with his longsword, and takes just a huge chunk out of this guy's like upper arm, and he drops his crossbow as he yells in pain. Sildred.
I'm gonna help Fred.
Okay.
That's getting fucked. Are
Yeah.
we getting an angry orc mom now?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Angry
you'd like
orc
to
mom.
rage?
Yes, I would like to rage.
All right. You run over and just like fire burning in your eyes. Are you gonna take a big chop at this guy?
Yeah.
Just throw him in the river. Throw him in the
Give it a sec.
Throw him in the river.
All right. You managed to catch him with that. Roll your damage.
And then
Uh,
plus an extra 2 because of rage.
Yeah, 12 damage. You run over and you just take a huge chop at his midsection, and you catch him, and you actually kind of push him against the wall with the force of it, and he seems quite dazed and confused. That's your turn. Talks if there's a guy right on you.
Oh, yeah. You know what's happening.
I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna touch him.
Yeah, he's getting touched. No.
He's not. Yeah, he kind of deftly dodges to his left as you try to grab onto him for the shock.
I need 2 more hands.
I have 2. Don't worry, I'm on my way.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. This guy, who's actually quite dazed, looks around and realizes he's surrounded, but he realizes he doesn't really have anywhere to go. So he's gonna try and just take a desperate stab at you, Silda, but he has disadvantage on that. So
Bring it. Bring it.
Does he bring it?
I don't know. I can't see the roll yet.
That's a
Okay,
16.
yeah, that does bring it.
hit you.
yeah,
Damn.
he kind of just managed to reel back and stab you in kind of the stomach area.
It's fine. I take half.
That's true. You are raging. Aren't you glad that I
I
brought up
take half.
the rage? Because
So,
Lance's, yeah,
Well,
that
no,
would have kind of hurt.
So it just kind of catches you in the side. Not
Yeah,
doing
takes
too much
4 damage. Into it. Oh, hi.
This guy finally
You
steps up,
wanna go?
and he's a very large orc guy with
Fuck.
what looks like a scimitar in one hand and a club in the other. And he runs up and he's going to try and hit you with his scimitar.
Please have him roll lower. That is exactly my AC. God
So
damn
that
it.
actually does hit. He takes
Damn.
Yeah. Fine. I take half.
yeah, it's fine. You take half, but he takes a chop at you with his scimitar.
4 damage.
Yeah, for another 4 damage. However, as he follows through with his scimitar chop, he's gonna try and hit you with his club.
Fucking multi-attack, dude. This guy's the raid boss. That club. Going clubbing. He went clubbing.
Yeah, he follows through
Three
and
damage.
2 damage.
2 damage?
Roll.
Okay,
I round
I'm
down
at
for
8
range.
hit points.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you round down for most damage.
And he actually kind of catches you in the shoulder, almost hitting your head, but fortunately your armor kind of deflects it, so it doesn't cause any cranial damage. This guy looks tough. Yafa.
Yeah.
Go over this wall, please.
Okay.
It won't let me go over the wall. It literally just wouldn't let me. It was stopping me from like it just stopped me right.
I could tell you why that is, but it would ruin the illusion, so don't worry.
It's fine. Alright, I'm gonna attempt to stab him.
Okay. You hit.
Oh my god, I low rolled twice.
You stab him. You go for his lower back in kind of a sick attempt to paralyze him, but it just catches him in sort of the side, taking a good gash out of him. But and he gasps, but he's still standing.
I
forget you
still
have bonus actions. Keep going.
I do.
Sorry.
Everybody has bonus actions. Can I attempt to? Can I attempt to like? So I want to use a dash action, right? But I want to use it to like jump up and like try to drop kick him.
I would say you can't do that as a bonus action.
Okay, that's fine.
Because that would be just an unarmed attack, and yeah.
Can I taunt him again?
Sure, roll another persuasion roll.
Right? Can I try intimidation? Can I tell him to surrender?
Oh, you can intimidate him. Sure, go ahead.
6. Nah, not even close. Again.
You tell him.
Dude, give up.
He's still thinking about your attempt to taunt earlier.
Bro.
So when you go like surrender or die, he's just like.
At least you'll die laughing.
Sure,
your
buddy.
legs. I hope you don't need your legs.
Don't worry, I got this.
Into your crocodile alligator.
This one's just gonna keep swimming around back there.
That one
Alright,
doesn't
alright.
do.
He glances at you, Yafa, laughs, and now he's gonna try and take another swipe at you, Toxic, with his dagger.
Toxic, can we take his fingers and his ears? His
He's
nose.
not going to stab. He stabs like above your. He actually makes a little like. You can feel like a little hair get cut, but other than that,
What?
no, you don't actually because you have magic. Armor. You just kind of see his arm just kind of swipe above you.
Dude, see, I threw him off his groove. That's what happened.
Where'd you
It's all a
have-
part of my elaborate plan.
Definitely.
I have
Um,
that.
Yeah, this guy has dropped his crossbow, so he's
That
gonna.
dude is fucked.
Yeah, he's gonna just try and punch Kriza.
Oh no, so he gets an attack of opportunity on him.
Yeah, Chris is going to.
That's so bad. Oh my
That just breaks his AC barely.
god.
Oh boy! So he goes for a big swing with his good arm, but Kriza swings upward with his longsword and actually separates that swinging arm from the body.
Get fucked.
And he like falls to the side.
Yep, he's gone. He's gone. Rip.
Fred is a little bit unsteady, but he's going to just try and back
Just
you
a
up, so
little
that he does.
steady.
Hey, that's not
Yeah.
bad. That's actually he grits his teeth and decides to get some payback for that hefty lance stab, and slams down with his warhammer, crushing this dude's head into a pulp.
Damn.
Jeez.
Okay.
And no, hold on. It's still his turn. Does he have? All right, never mind. His turn's over.
By the way,
Alright.
fuck you too, Day. Eh. Who's not in turn.
Day's asleep. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
Okay, I forgot to add her to
Sorry.
the turn order.
I don't.
Day stayed back with the cart. She's not here.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
worry.
Damn. Can't steal her money.
Martin's gonna try and take a big
Fuck 'em up.
chop.
Chop 'em up. Chop 'em up.
Martin takes his longsword and chops this dude inside, creating a big gash across his abdomen, and you can blood runs down him.
Do you guys hear that weird alligator in the background?
Is this a pigeon?
It's just fucking.
What?
And he kind of stumbles back a little bit, and he tries. Let's see if he does, but I doubt he will.
Yeah.
Nope.
His death throws. Because the swing, like Martin just like grabs his arm or some shit. Like, nah.
Tries to slice at him with his scimitar, but it clangs against the wall to his side harmlessly.
Bad
And
times, dude. Bad
At that sound, Kriza hears it and he turns.
Okay.
And he jumps up on this wall, like balancing on it.
times. Is that an acrobatics check then?
It is. I was just about to.
But if he makes it, does he have the high ground?
That's decent. That's a decent roll. He manages to balance his kind of, dragonborn claws digging into the stone, and he stabs downward with his longsword.
He should have advantage because he has the high ground.
He has high ground. He's advantage. Sure. He just manages
He
to
hits.
hit. All
You
right,
mean really
and he
fast.
stabs his longsword down directly into this dude's neck, and you could, and the sword actually pokes out like diagonally down through his neck and down through his torso and out the other side.
Does he jump up and say it's over? I have the high ground.
He's not that dramatic, so
Damn.
still did.
It's over,
Fuck
Anakin.
his
I have
shit
the
up.
high ground.
Okay, Obi-Wan. We'll see who gets the last laugh on the Death
Let's-
Star.
Hold on. Yeah, that hits.
No, that
Still not
Okay.
Darth Vader. 14,
+2.
16.
All right, so you take your great axe and swing at him, right in the side, and he kind of and steps back a little bit, but he looks back at you more angry than anything.
Don't get raid bossed.
I mean, I'm already at 8 hit points. I'm
Wait.
just trying to kill this
Okay.
dude.
I was gonna say. I was like, it's just turn order takes a while.
Okay.
Toxic. Oh, you finally touch him.
Yeah.
It's not bad. You grab him right. You like actually slap your hand against like his belly button,
Yeah.
and you can see just electricity streaking up his body as his eyes go white. His eyes go wide, and he like reels back. His hair
Can I
is actually a
just-
little bit singed.
Is he dead?
Stick the lance out. Can I stick the lance out?
Not
And he
yet.
falls
He's
backwards.
barely
dead.
Mm-hmm. If he's not dead, but we're gonna say the same thing Biafra tried to do with the surrender, but I'm a gnome, so I'm a little bit better at it.
All right, what are you gonna say? Like surrender now?
Yeah, surrender now or prepare to die.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
He he
No, you guys were just injured.
kind of stumbles back and like supports himself against the wall, and he looks at you with wide eyes, and really quick he drops his dagger. And he's like, "Okay, don't hurt me anymore."
I mean, you can take his fingers now.
It's not your turn yet.
It's my turn before his.
It is. All right. Now this large orc man, he grumbles at you, Silded, and he goes, "Foolish little half-blood."
I'm gonna kill him now.
I thought she was a full orc.
No, she's a half-orc.
No.
Aw. The orc boys!
Oh no!
Oh lordy!
Oh, she's
Christ
getting raided.
almighty!
No!
Raid boss!
Oh.
Raid boss!
What's her max health?
I am
Don't
at
worry,
8
don't
points,
worry about
so
it.
Never mind.
Don't worry about it until he actually does his damage. Which is
Half damage!
but he,
I'm at 8 hit points.
Don't get raid boss! Ah!
15 or less. You only need
15.
one.
I only need one. That's all you need.
Come on.
The
Why won't it
suspense.
show to me?
Dun
Ah.
dun 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 dun. Still no damage roll?
I'm really not liking this.
Oh, okay.
Ha, get
Okay.
fucked! 3 damage!
he like it like goes slow motion for a second, and he like rears up with his scimitar, and he comes down at you with such vicious force. But you actually reel back and bring up your great axe and like just manage to block it. But the great axe doesn't block the whole force of it, and his scimitar kind of deflects off of it and catches your arm. But it's not enough to do, like it doesn't knock you down. However, he does have a club.
Uh-oh.
God damn it!
But
Not anymore.
he takes the club and he takes the club and he tries to hit you, but it actually catches like the blade of your great axe, and the club gets stuck on the end of your great axe because it's wood, and as he tries to pull it back, he comes back empty-handed as you have a club on one side of your great axe now.
Does she also get club damage now?
Yes. No, no.
Aw.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works.
Can
Gotha.
it be though, please?
Toxic, do I quickly, it's like, do I KO this guy?
No, not gonna help them.
Got it.
He's like laying kind of against the wall.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna move
Gonna rescue
here.
gonna rescue the damsel in distress or damsels in distress.
Move here. I'm going
As long
to
as we can kill the dude.
Lance. Oh my god!
So you run up and you try to lance him, but he actually, with his now free hand, dodges, reaches up, and grabs the lance around like the shaft of it, kind of.
Okay. Okay, as a
Um,
bonus action, I'm drawing 2 daggers.
Well, no, hold on. He hasn't taken it away from you yet. He's gonna make a strength check, and you got to make a strength saving throw.
Jesus.
While
Don't roll a 0.
he's grabbing it, can I just while he's grabbing it? I mean,
I
I'm
don't
not.
think-
I mean, I wasn't going to attempt to fucking strength fight him on this anyway. I just wanted to stab him. I just wanted to like
Alright,
grab
so
a
you're
dagger
gonna let
and
him take it?
chuck it at him.
You're
Just
gonna let
wanted
him
to
take
fucking
it.
end him with a dagger.
All right, so he grabs the lance out of your hands, and you pull out your daggers.
Okay.
The original Yafa's back.
Can I assume my offhand?
Drawing a dagger is a bonus. Drawing a weapon is a bonus action. Isn't it?
Cool. So then I draw 2 daggers.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
You draw your daggers.
Fucking ready.
Marilia.
All right, I'm gonna help out my dudes, and
This is why I have 6 daggers.
and I will cast. I think I'll cast Frostbite at that big orc guy.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Into the thingy majiggy, yeah?
Yeah,
Like-
just go in your bio and press your core and press frostbite.
Alright.
And he'll make a. All right, so let's see if he.
Does he take half damage if he makes it, or no damage?
No damage.
Okay. And he fucking made it.
Sorry, the frostbite hits him, but he just kind of really quickly shakes it off,
Oh
and
man.
he just like glares at you.
I glared him back.
It's like he's unaffected. You know what? Roll intimidation check.
Okay.
So in your thing, just press the intimidation on your screen.
That's 20!
Well, hey, it's a good thing I have 18 charisma.
Wait, if he's an orc, can he even be feared?
Nat 20! Yes. That's not a nat 20. But you tried.
Oh, I tried.
Yeah, he scoffs. He's like, pathetic.
Can I have your fingers?
Let me add it.
Let's pull a little bit in here. Strip the flesh!
This crocodile like just lumbers towards you.
Salt the wound!
He lumbers towards you, Silded.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We need the big boys here, please. Get fucked!
Actually, hold on.
Bite the dude. Bite him in the ass. Bite his green ass. He doesn't know which orc is which.
Yeah.
Bites that one.
That was actually a dexterity saving throw for the other guy. He is confused apparently, and he takes a big chomp and actually like latches onto the leg of this other orc.
Get fucked.
And the orc like kicks him and like moves him away, and it's actually quite impressive because, crocodiles are known to have quite the bite power, but he like yelps, but he just kind of kicks it in the face and makes.
Did he bop it on the schnoz?
No, he just like wiggled his leg until it let go, and then kicked it in the face.
Aww.
So mean.
Someone roll animal handling.
It doesn't seem to have hurt him. It just like to get him to stop fucking biting his leg. But
Bop him on the schnoz.
he does take 5 damage.
Bop him on the schnoz.
Okay.
This guy who is surrendered to you, Toxic.
Yeah.
He like looks at you and he's like, "Listen, I've only been running with these guys for like a month. Okay, I'm not really that like bad of a person or anything. Just let me go, please."
No,
Not yet. Tox, if he stays with us for now.
Oh, the owl is moving. To
Oh,
this tree.
the owl is moving. Okay.
Yeah. I got a plan. I was moving to this tree.
All right. Fred. Feeling. He looks at you, Selden, and he asks, "Do you need help? You need healing?"
I need healing.
Yes.
I need healing.
Yes.
Bop him on the schnoz.
5 hit points. I need
See,
healing.
you know what
Yeah.
we should do? You know what we should do? Just take this orc, take the enemy orc out of commission for good. Just bop him on the schnoz. So I can
Pop him on the schnoz.
He
roll up
Can
some
I bop him
newspaper,
with my
hit him on the
axe?
nose, hit him on the nose. Go,
still
"No,
did.
bad orc."
Yeah.
Fred, being a dwarf, and you're a half orc, so you're pretty tall.
Touch the
Um,
butt.
and
6 feet.
He really quickly he tries to cast cure wounds, but he has to like touch like an open piece of like
Touch the
something
butt.
that's not covered in like metal or anything. So he just kind of slaps your butt.
12 points of healing. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Aside from the slight embarrassment, you actually feel a lot better as magical healing energy goes through your body.
Can I have inspiration for seeing that marvelous booty smack?
Yeah, go ahead.
Am I inspired?
I mean, you're kind of a pervert, so sure.
Hell
You'll get
yeah.
one inspiration die. You'll get one. What's a good inspiration die for butt spanking?
Probably a D6. So it's
One
a D6.
D6.
So
Oh my god. That's wonderful.
hell yeah.
Martin like turns around and steps out, and he's like, "Holy shit, a crocodile!"
Get the old
Crikey!
dude.
Crikey!
Do you guys stick its head in its mouth?
He's like, "Fuck, I can't move over." Moves over here instead.
Thank you, Meat Shields.
Can I do like a sick flip and like push the mage forward?
Oh god.
Oh!
Rude.
No. He takes a slice with his longsword, but the orc kind of like leans backward just out of range.
That is
Kriza still on the high ground.
high ground.
He's gonna run along the wall for just a second and then jump off.
Is he gonna Naruto run?
I can't believe Chris is a
Hold on.
fucking weeb.
That's enough.
That's enough.
Oh.
Nope, unfortunately. He, after some impressive like Naruto run style shit on the walls, he leaps down and tries to take a slash with his longsword, but unfortunately this orc is actually quite dexterous apparently, and he kind of dodges out of the way. Sildred.
You know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Pop him out of schnoz.
Does
That
that
hits.
even hit? Sit.
That hits.
Sit. God damn it.
11.
You take you slash at him with your with the side of your axe that's still sharp but not lodged in a club, and you chop him in like the midsection, but it doesn't break through his armor. He just like reels from the impact of it. Toxic.
I'm readying shocking grasp on the owl. And
All
then
right.
Third strike.
And then I'm
Yeah.
going to try to pull some information about this orc guy from Broken Man down here.
Investigation.
I mean, dang, I can roll something else if you'd like.
I would say persuasion because you're trying to get information out of him. At advantage because you've got him in surrender
Okay,
already.
yeah.
He's like,
Every time you have
I've only been here for a little while. I don't know much about him. And-
My information might be used for things.
Is that it for now, or
Mm-hmm.
okay? So this guy, the chief, the bandit chief, the orc, sees that he's like utterly surrounded, but he's still gonna try and fuck him up. He
mama.
he takes a slice with his scimitar at Kriza.
Go, Dragon Man, go. Go, Dragon Tails. Ah.
Yeah, it kind of like it manages to catch him in the scales, but the scales are definitely not the squishiest part of him. So
Still hurts.
Krizik like grumbles, but
Unlike Silded, who just takes like half damage because she's so
Yeah.
angry.
but he
Hell
actually
yeah!
he slashes and then he turns and he tries to punch Silded, and he's actually good with
Oh, so it doesn't cause an attack of opportunity
yeah,
on 3 people?
because he has unarmed, like he's good at punching.
Ah, that fucker. I'm gonna take his hands.
Bring it, bitch! Bring it, bitch!
He won't be so good at unarmed
No,
combat when I take off his hands.
He
You!
tries to punch you, but it
Punches the armor.
actually hit, but it just kind of bump against the leather. So
Everyone can feel that like orc tension as they just stare into each other's eyes angrily. As like his fist is like
I'm
shaking
gonna
on the
fucking cut
armor
this
or some
dude in
shit.
half.
yeah,
I'm gonna cut this dude in half.
you no longer have your lance. This guy took it, but then he dropped it, so he like threw it back. Okay, that definitely hits.
Both of them hit.
Both of those hit.
And he
actually,
gets sneak attack damage.
And I get sneak attack damage.
because you've got
so
allies within 5 feet. Yeah.
5, 5, 5, 6, 16 damage, my boys.
You fling these 2 daggers at him real quick, and they manage to catch him right in the vulnerable spot of his armor. And because he's like paying attention to other people's caught off guard, and he kind of jumps back a little bit.
Enough that people get this attack of opportunity.
Unfortunately, no.
Please.
Yeah.
Aw,
See, my
damn.
lowest rolls, two low rolls. Otherwise, he probably would be dead. I look at him and I'm like, want to give up yet?
He grumbles and he pulls the 2 daggers out of his shoulders and throws them to the side.
Oh,
Can I attempt to roll intimidation and
You can
tell
try.
him that if he doesn't stop, I'll cut off his hands?
You can try.
Wow, so low. I'm gonna take your
own-
hands.
His display of pulling the daggers out, grumbling and tossing them aside, blood running down him, is like cancels out your attempt.
Then I
and he's
kind of just
like,
look at him, give him a sly smile, and like tip my hat and do a little bow. Put my hat
he
back
spits at you. He's like, "Puh."
up. Does he get any on my clothes?
No.
lucky.
Aurelia,
Alright. I'm gonna try to get another frostbite on this dude.
Rebels, blast him!
I'm not your Pokemon.
If only.
Magic.
Felt like
One.
playing
What
a
is
mage.
But what does frostbite do? Like, doesn't frostbite do something extra?
if he fails the saving throw, he gets disadvantage on his next attacks.
Oh, that's actually really convenient. I should be probably say that. Don't be fucked.
Again, the frost hits him, but he like wipes it off as though it's just regular ass water or something. This crocodile is actually a little bit hurt. Its feelings are hurt because it got kicked, so it's gonna.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh, no!
Jumps off, kills itself.
deal.
It swims away.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't like having a crocodile pet.
Baby, come back.
You can blame it all
Blame it
on me.
He's not dead. He begs with you again. Please let me go.
No, no,
Not yet.
Owl.
Ooh, okay, so
Ooh.
yeah.
Whew.
Ooh, okay, so it's going. It's gonna go here.
Swoop him.
Okay. It's gonna go there. It's gonna fly by, shock and grasp him.
All right, so it flies by. Its talons like ripping against the top of his head. Yeah.
And then it's
Okay.
coming back at the tree.
It does a quick flyby, just like a quick like electricity on its talons, tases him, and then flies back rather.
Takes him
Oh, no,
with.
they're one person. They're one
Takes him
person.
with.
Okay, fine now.
Toxic, look what I got.
Fred quickly calls out to ask if anyone else is significantly injured.
Blast him.
Yafa, I assume you don't say anything to that. And Martin says he's fine. Krista says he'll hold up.
Just kill the
Fred
asshole.
really quickly asks you, Verilia, if you've been hurt.
No, I've not been hurt.
He
Kill the
nods,
asshole.
and then he quickly presses a hand against the wound on his shoulder and casts another Cure Wounds.
Touchy.
Well,
Touchy.
And the wound starts to close up a bit as he grits his teeth. Martin is going to try and wreck this fool. He hits, and he's actually going to do two-handed this time for once.
But doesn't he have a shield though?
Never mind, he's going to do it one-handed.
Lower damage, because I mean, in the sake of
Yeah,
hey,
forgot he had a shield. He takes a quick kind of to keep from hitting Krista, just a little bit of a poke, and catches this dude in the side, but it doesn't do much. Krista is
this
going
dude
to do
survives another fucking volley before he gets to me. Like, I'll be surprised.
Unfortunately, he takes a big slash, but the guy just ducks under it, which is a risky move. He could have lost his head, but he ducks under it, hops back up, and growls.
Can I have his hands?
Silded,
I better fucking hit.
you don't
Please
hit.
tell me. God fucking.
Sorry.
I think
You want to do anything else?
I
Do you
think
want to
Silded
try to
needs a hug.
intimidate him, or
I wouldn't
I
hug her right now.
want to kill him. That's
So-
it.
I assume you're not going to do anything else on this turn.
No.
Toxic.
Readying shocking grasp again on the guy, and then I'm gonna ask Broken Boy here, if he knows anything about the that bridge ambush. Oh, back there.
Go ahead.
Damn it!
That's
Come
perception.
on.
That's perception. Roll persuasion.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I clicked the wrong thing. Haha, I'm retarded.
8.
Hey, all right. He looks at you and he coughs and he's like, "Yeah, yes. That was us. So that was that was a few of our guys. They didn't come back last night. Was that you? Did you?"
They're dead now.
Well, one of them lived. One of them ran.
I want to know where he is.
Yeah, where's he?
He came back, but he just reported back that something happened and he ran off.
He's a scared motherfucker.
Is that all for now?
Yeah.
So Orc Chief grumbles and he's going to try and take a slash at you, Silted.
Bring it, bitch.
Yes. Orc Mom's angry, dude.
God damn it.
That hits, right? Because you got a 14, so
Yes. But fine, whatever.
3
I'm gonna
damage.
fucking kill him
damage.
next time.
So you take 3 damage, and the scimitar slashes you kind of in the shoulder. But then he tries to follow it up with a punch.
Bring it, bitch.
Nope.
That
The-
does not hit.
The punch just bumps against your leather again. Yafa.
Do I go with the safe plan? How hurt does he look? Is he bloodied? Is he?
He's pretty bloody, but he looks surprisingly steady on his feet.
Can I attempt? Whoever's fapping in the background? Show it off. So I
Someone being smited.
would like to.
No.
Can I run up? Can I run up to him and try to essentially
Dad. No.
Oh, I can't funky with your friends on the other line?
No, I can't.
But they're
Oh, wait a second. Alright. So, I would like to try and just, like, leg sweep him, essentially. Just try to, like, or, like, go for, like, a jumping, like drop kick sort of thing, if I can.
All right, those are two entirely different things. Are you going to try?
Can I attempt to drop kick him?
You're gonna try and kick him in the face by jumping.
Yeah.
My character sheet.
You can. I'm gonna say instead of doing an attack roll, do an acrobatics roll.
Alright. I understand.
It's okay.
Or
Well, I ask you, do you want fettuccine Alfredo or?
You jump up and try to kick him in like the chest.
Can you please, whoever's taught, please, if you're gonna
He
mute yourself for a second.
he tries to kick. You try to kick him in like the chest, jumping, but
I rolled a 15 because I used my advantage, my inspiration.
okay. You actually do hit him then. Roll a 1d4 plus. Oh. Plus your strength modifier.
So I don't do damage, is what you're telling me.
You might heal him, Jesus.
Yeah. I didn't deal damage. I just wanted to knock him over.
I'll say that knocks him down. Okay.
Salt and pepper.
He
Okay.
he doesn't like it hits him right in the middle of his studded leather cuirass, but he just looks like he has a wind knocked out of him. He doesn't look like any actual like damage has been done, but he is on his back. However, you
Then as a bonus action, I'm on the ground.
yeah, because like have you ever seen a drop kick happen, my dude? You
Well,
jump
can I-
and then kick with
can
two
I-
legs, and then you fall on your back.
Fair. Can I? Okay, but can I try to roll acrobatics again and try to make a sick landing? I'm like,
You know what? Sure.
Try to like grab my
a
hand,
dex-
flip up.
Dex saving. Dex saving.
Dex saving.
Yeah.
8. No, I land on my ass.
You land on your ass. No
Can I-
damage.
well, okay, well,
You didn't use any of your movement though, so you can still.
that's not okay. So I can just stand up normally, right?
You can stand up using half your movement.
Okay, well then I'm gonna stand up and use a bonus action to draw both my daggers.
Okay.
Monday. Intro.
Aurelia.
Hello. Okay. Man, I am so dedicated to freezing this guy. I just want to do something other
He's
than
on the
mildly.
ground now.
Yeah, so I should be able to actually get him this time,
No.
hopefully.
He still has to make a Constitution save, so I mean it hasn't worked the other. Yeah, it finally worked.
Finally, it works. He's on his back. He's
For
a
one
little bit
damage.
dazed. He does take 1 damage, but he also like starts to, like his skin starts to go blue a bit.
I know I do.
So what?
I told you I'd get your hands, my dude. I told you I'd get your hands.
The guy that in front of you talks. He's like he starts to try and crawl away, but really subtly.
Guy. Okay, wait. To be fair, do I see him doing it?
You did torture him repeatedly with
Well,
electricity.
you were. The thing is that you're like standing right there. I mean.
Yeah, but I gotta watch the owl.
That's his stealth. So
But how far? But he can only crawl like 5 feet though.
Yeah.
he crawls over here.
Mm.
So no matter how stealthy he is, like
Owl.
Yeah, it's a flying by.
Yeah.
And it's gonna. No, it's gonna go right there. It's gonna go back to his tree, which it goes through.
Oh, he liked that too.
to electrocute the fucker while he's on the ground.
You get advantage because he's prone, right?
Oh, okay.
I don't know if the owl does.
What kind
I
of
mean,
armor is he wearing though?
Leather.
Other
He has
damn.
a he has a higher than 13.
Everybody that attacks him, I believe, has advantage because
Condition.
he's on the ground.
It's prone.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's prone right now, so.
Yeah, they have advantage on it.
So you do hit. Roll your damage. All right. The owl swoops down and rakes its talons across the surface of his chest, electricity crackling across his body as he yells out in pain as the owl retreats.
Good.
Now we all get to destroy this fool because I made them sick
Damn right.
plays, dog. I made them sick. That booty smack gave me what I needed. I was mid-air and I thought about the booty and I was like, you know what? Just let go.
Of all the things you could have been thinking about, it was the booty.
Booty will motivate
Fred-
a man to do a lot of things.
Yeah. Fred.
Or in your case, his hands.
Fred holds out his holy symbol once more and tries to hit this dude. With Sacred Flame, let's see if he makes a dex save.
Can I spank the orc? Not our orc.
He's gotta have. Alright, whatever.
It's fine. So
Well, no, he's prone, so wouldn't he have disadvantage on the dex save?
On the deck save? On a deck saving throw, most likely, because he's prone. He can't really dodge super well.
That's fortunate then. He does get hit with it.
Is he dead now? Is he dead yet? Is he fucking dead yet?
The holy light shines down on him and he screams in agony as all of his past sins come up to haunt him and torture him. But he's still alive.
Alright, well,
I
he's
wanna
dead.
cut him in half.
There is no way in hell he lives because he, 1, 2, 3, 4 attack, or 1, 2, 3 attacks. Then if he stands up, he gets 4 on him. There's no way he's not dead.
Martin leaps forward and he actually physically leaps forward on top of this dude and stabs downward with his sword, pinning him to the ground. Through the middle of his chest, just straight through the leather, with all this force. And the orc, looks up at him with wide eyes. The life finally leaves his eyes.
Alright.
Finally.
Alright, I'm gonna loot him.
Okay.
Martin's not even off of him yet, and I'm already
Going through the
Martin
pockets.
Alright,
starts
what's in his
climbing off of
pockets?
him. Alright, so roll investigation. Nah, actually, no, never mind. His studded leather is ruined because Martin stabbed through it. He's got a scimitar on him, but it looks like the same kind of scimitar you already have in the cart.
well, that's another one for the cart.
He's got about 200 gold on him in a pouch.
Yoink,
Hey.
yoink, yoinkity, yoink, yoink.
He's
Hello.
got a small brass key on him as well.
A small brass key. I am yoinking the key.
And a small journal, a small leather-bound journal in his back
Also keeping that.
pocket. That's about all he has on him. The club on Sildad's axe is also ruined because she's been.
No, I didn't want that. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that off my axe, by the way.
Okay.
How much gold did you say he have? 200?
200.
You know we're sharing that, right?
You don't know it's there.
Yeah, Verilia, you don't know
Let
that
it
yet. You
happen.
don't know.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
I'm
know
not
that
there.
he's captured
I'm,
it.
I'm still looking on in awe as a bunch of these guys took down the bandit leader.
Martin looks over at you and he walks over. He's like, "Are you all right? What happened?"
Yeah, I'm all right. I am a traveler, yes. And I had hired these, obviously fine gentlemen to escort me, but then they decided that holding me ransom would be better, so they locked me in a cage. And I got out, and then I proceeded to, defend myself. But right now, I'm fine.
Sounds horrible.
Martin gives you
And
a
I
pat.
low-key roll up my sleeves.
All right, Martin gives you a pat on the shoulder, and he kind of turns away as he's doing so.
Do I see the sneaky boy looking around? Because I assume he's not there anymore. If I look over, like he's no longer just sitting in the place that he was. So.
No, he's like beneath and kind of behind this tree over here.
Okay.
And also behind this wall. So he's behind a wall, a tree, and some rubble. So you don't see him.
No.
You definitely
no,
don't see
nobody.
him, Josh.
Does the owl
Nobody
see him,
sees
though?
him.
Yeah. Now does the owl see him?
Uh,
What are you talking about?
God, dude, you roll so bad on that owl's rolls.
Every time.
Give that
oh.
owl some new eyes.
If his stealth rolls equals his
Ooh.
perception,
Ooh.
does he see him?
Yeah, he does.
So this guy jumps up and he starts trying to book it as fast as his wounded body can make it, but the owl.
Can I throw 2 daggers at him?
Oh, that's
the
a
owl, like,
mistake.
squeaky.
Can I throw 2 daggers
No,
at him then?
no.
Alright, aiming to wound. Like, not to kill, but...
That really sucks.
Oh, are we aiming to kill?
I mean, I got my information, so...
You... D, you can roll damage for your first dagger.
Stab yourself with the second one.
The second one hits the wall and clatters to the ground. But the first one lodges into his shoulder just as a ray of like magical cold energy hits him in the back, and he instantly falls to the ground dead.
What does he have on him?
I actually didn't count him. He has a dagger.
I will take
A dagger.
I'm gonna
A
use
dagger.
that dagger to take his fingers.
Well, he's already dead.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I got ideas.
Christ. Okay.
So...
Krista starts going around.
Oh,
Krista starts going around cutting everyone's head off.
Yeah.
And
That
my
was-
shoulders are rolled up because I feel warm.
All right.
Shoulders,
Krista,
that'd be weird.
your shoulders are rolled up. You physically
Yes.
rolled up your shoulders.
I meant
No.
my sleeves. They're rolled up because I feel warm.
Yeah, Krista seems preoccupied with this stuff. Then he glances at you. Really. And he doesn't see shit. He turns back. He just doesn't even see that you've rolled up your shoulders, in fact, and continues cutting all of these. Roll up your sleeves, in fact,
Sleeves.
and continues rolling cutting up all of these heads. And then he comes over here, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And then he comes back. He's like, "There's another crocodile over here."
Eh.
Let's
What?
leave it. Let's not just.
It was a crocodile?
Yes. We should leave it
So-
be.
We saved your life, so...
Yes. Thank you for that. Thank you for
He
that.
just, Yafa sticks his hands out and,
It's no
like, tells him
problem.
to give him something, like...
Don't do anything weird.
I would rather not. But
you don't
I
really
mean,
have a choice.
looking for?
Martin's like, "Come on, come
We
on."
weren't looking for anything. It's fine. It's fine, really. We're just glad to be of help.
Fred. Sorry,
yes.
go on, Virelia.
Yes. Thank you. These brutes were looking to hold me for ransom, and gods know what would happen if you had not come along.
Fred, help me take shit back
I'm
to the
glad we
cart.
did.
Fred goes, "Did you get like a key or anything?"
Yeah, why?
I think I saw a chest over in the water by the alligator, the crocodile.
Toxic, shock the water so we can fucking get this chest.
Oh.
Toxic,
Cheers.
Toxic, there's a chest.
I'm moving
And,
as fast as my little legs can carry me.
Let's go.
Do we see it?
Wait, real quick. Squizza, can I
Squizza.
have one of the Squizza Dragon Man? Can I have the Orc Man's head by chance?
Chris is like, "I don't take the heads, I just take them off, so you can, sure."
Okay.
Why would you want such a
I
grisly
how
trophy?
low how low is the wall?
The wall is about at its highest point 5 feet, at its lowest point 2 feet.
Damn it.
I'm gonna like be right here. I'm a wiggle waggle the head, and I'm just gonna try and like skip it across the water.
Skip the head across the water.
Because
Yeah,
that
like a fucking
works.
stone,
Roll,
like a
roll
fucking
dex
stone.
at,
Dude.
roll dex at disadvantage.
Roll dex. At,
Just dex.
Well, all right. So no dex saving throw, just dex.
Just dex. Just a dex check.
If only I didn't have disadvantage. 15.
The head gets
22.
one solid skip, and
One
lands
solid
about
skip.
here.
Ah, it only lands there. Damn. It's a 20 foot there.
But the crocodile does turn to as it smells blood in the water.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can I attempt to now like just walk on the wall? How low is the chest in it? Like, does it look like the chest is?
The chest is partially submerged. Just the very top of it is sticking out of the water. From the top of the wall, it's about 4 feet down. The top of the chest.
Toxic, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna shock the water. Does that actually do anything?
Sure.
Sure.
Roll your damage. 10 damage. The crocodile's like rears back and kind of sinks underwater. Not dead, you think, just paralyzed.
Go.
Can I attempt to stealthily move over there?
You can try, sure. Yeah, that works. All right, so you wade through the water. It comes up to about your knees at the deepest. It's a little bit shallower by the chest.
All right, how big is this chest? Is it something that I can just like pick up and move back, or?
The chest is maybe 3 feet across, 3 feet wide, 2 feet deep, and maybe like three feet tall.
So I probably can't move it over.
You can try. You don't know how heavy it is, but by your estimation, just looking at its size, no.
I'm gonna attempt to. Well, okay. First, can I see if it's trapped in any way? Because how extra
investigation.
Are they? How fucking extra are they? How extra are they?
You look at it and you kind of examine it, and you peer into the lock, and you see like a little. It's difficult to tell, but you think it's a mechanism that would break the average lockpick. But the key you have is thicker and sturdier than a lockpick.
All right, we're not trying to pick the shit. All right, can I attempt to move it through like the water onto the shore at least?
Yeah, you can.
Is it lighter because it's currently in the water?
I don't think that's how. It's not buoyant enough. Yeah.
Okay. 10.
You take a while, glancing nervously at the crocodile as it slowly comes back to movement. But you eventually manage to drag it onto this part of the dry land.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. Well, Toxic, shall we open it up?
Yeah, sure.
Can I attempt to move it? Can I attempt to move it farther? Like just while we're sitting here, just like.
Yeah, I'll say that now that you're not as much under pressure, you can move it back like here.
It still sucks, but like.
It sucks.
Do it.
Your shoulders kind of hurt, but.
It's fine.
Fred is like, ooh,
I'm gonna
treasure.
Move it here. Move it like in front of me, like right there.
Ooh, treasure.
I'm gonna tell Fred to back up.
I found it.
back up. I'll open it.
Question.
We just want to make sure that it's not trapped. All right. I'm gonna. Can I open it while like standing to like the side of it? Like just put the key in.
You can stand to the side and like reach your arm around and put the key in. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. That's what I'm gonna do.
You stick the key in, and you hear
just
a
explode.
couple of clicks.
And you turn it, but you do see the lock pop open.
I'm still gonna open it like to the side. I'm gonna try to like. You know what? Hey, Fred, open this.
Fred is kind of nervously stands in front of it, and he takes his warhammer, the back of it, and kind of hooks it onto the lock that's attached to the part of the lock that's attached to the top, and lifts it up, and then jumps back. And he's like, takes a second, look around. It's fine.
Did he open it? Did he actually open the chest?
Yeah, he opened it up, just like he bumped it up with the edge of his warhammer.
All right. What the hell's in there?
Well, he looks inside. Fred looks inside first, and he's like, "Oh shit, cool." And he pulls out a book, and he's like, "This is mine. You can have the rest." And he turns.
All right. Said I can have the rest.
Yeah, you open up. You take a look inside, and there's a number of valuables in there. It looks like, bandit valuables. Like there's some looted bracelets, necklaces, earrings, pendants. There's 2 gold pendants, 1 silver pendant, about 5 or 6 pairs of earrings of various modest value gems.
Gems.
4 silver bracelets. You also pull back and you actually find a few raw, straight up gemstones. There's a fairly large pearl. There's a decently sized diamond. There's a couple of rubies, some topaz, 3 topaz, 3 cut topaz pieces, and
Here, can you do me a
sapphire.
huge favor? Can you do me a huge favor then?
Yes.
Okay. Can you just give me that list? Put it in the cart, please.
Sure.
I'm putting it in the cart. Also, I'm telling Toxif about the gems. I'm telling him.
Are you about to crush my dreams again?
Fucking listen to me. I'm telling Toxif about the. Can I just carry the cart back? The chest back to the cart.
You
the
could
cart
get
back to the chest.
You could get Kriza or Silda to do it.
Kriza, can you carry
I'm
this for
down.
me?
Okay.
Kriza gets to it first.
Whatever.
Kriza gets to it first, and he's like, "Yeah, I got it," and he puts it up on his back and starts carrying it.
I'm gonna tell Toxif that I saw a few gems in there. For him, there's he can have the gems. If I can have the rubies, maybe it'd be cool. But there is a pearl in there, and it might be the one you're looking for.
Hopefully voicing this guy in the correct. Okay, so I didn't catch your name.
Oh, me?
Yes.
I am Vrilia Amzel. I'm from a couple provinces over.
Mhm.
And I have been on the road for a while. Just wanting to see new places and other things. And like I had said before, I had hired these men to escort me across this province because I have heard of, shall we say, darker tidings occurring.
Yeah.
And then these men accosted me, thinking that they could get a ransom from my family. And as you can probably have seen, I was having none of it, and once again, I am very grateful for your rescue.
Yeah. Did they happen to have a name that they went by?
Can you repeat that? I think you cut out.
Damn it! Did they happen to? Jesus Christ! Did they have a name that they go by chance?
Hmm.
Cough, cough.
None that I caught.
Fucking Mylance.
God
Mylance.
damn it. Kobe,
Chris,
that was
sorry?
an in-character question for you to answer. Did they happen to have a name that they went by? If
Not.
she heard, because she hired them.
She heard a few names tossed about for the majority of her time knowing them. They kind of didn't really share much. She can you roll a history check actually?
I can.
Yeah, you Verilia.
Okay.
While we're talking about it, guys, would you all be good with her joining us for this?
Well,
Chris says he doesn't care as long as the money doesn't get split up too much.
I
Eight.
agree.
I roll an
I
8.
agree with Dragon Man there.
She can have
you
my half
can-
if anything. It's fine.
You can remember that the orc's name started with like a B, but other than that, you don't know.
Bitch.
Damn it. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna look at Orc Guy specifically to see if he has any like crests, emblems on him, cause I can't be having this.
On his studded leather armor, over the left side of his chest, you see a fate engraving, like embroidery into the leather. It is some kind of crest. It seems like.
Yeah.
But if you take a quick look around it, you see it's on the rest of the bandits' clothes too. So you're going to guess it's the bandits' crest.
Okay.
Family crest.
I'm taking it.
You're going. What? You're going to rip off that piece of leather?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You take it.
Yeah.
With that toxic, because I assume I see my, because I'm like walking kind of back and forth right now, just kind of looking around. Do I see Toxic like cutting a fucking symbol off the dude?
Yes.
Toxic, what are you looking for?
What?
What are you looking for?
You know.
No, like symbol, like if is it a symbol or some shit?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's
yeah. Okay. Can I, on the armor, does I mean I'm a thief and all. Would I know? Does it look like anything that I know? Like any of the? Does it look Thieves Guildish? Does it look?
It doesn't look like a Thieves Guild thing.
It just looks like some bandits. Does it look? Can I roll? I've been around for a bit. Been around for a little bit.
Listen, I just took it for reference.
I know. I'm just. I'm looking. I'm seeing if I know anything. Can I roll history and see if if like I've ever come across this before or some shit?
Sure.
Hope and pray. 21.
Ooh.
Don't look at your own character sheet for like 2 seconds, please.
No, I have nothing. Doesn't have to be significant.
You think back really hard. You're like, fuck, I know this symbol from somewhere.
Is it anything that we have to worry about?
You have a feeling it's nothing that is worrisome.
It's just
but like on the tip of your tongue, you think you can name something that was connected to this, but nothing that would actually cause danger. You feel like it's something long forgotten and lost.
If it's something long forgotten, do I?
Like the actual,
kind of important.
No, like it's been so insignificant for so long that you, even in your elven memory, can't pin that memory down exactly.
Then why the hell is it making? This is old and insignificant as hell. But why the hell is it making a fucking comeback? What the hell? Is it like fashion trends? Is it like fashion trends? Like
you actually look at it and it's just the Calvin Klein logo.
Oh.
No, no, it's not. But the rest of the group kind of just continues to join. I assume. Well, Martin and Fred both spoke up and said they were fine with Virilia joining. Kriza put in his 2 pieces, saying that his 2 cents, saying that it was fine as long as he didn't get a significantly smaller cut of any goods.
Yeah, if anything, she can have my half. It's fine.
He's getting a cut of stuff.
Yeah, right.
Chris is getting paid. He's getting paid by Alistair for now.
Can I attempt to like whistle for my burb, my little burb?
You could
Your
try
burb?
animal handling.
Please, one
I
time.
want to tame some wolves in another session.
Oh my god.
Ritual.
You see Sloane like flying around in the distance above the cart, and at your whistle, she seems to fly towards you for a sec, but then she loops back to continue circling the cart.
It's a start, all right. It's a start.
Hey, Yafa. Hey. And then I call the owl to my shoulder.
The owl swoops down and very obediently sits on your shoulder.
That owl only has 3 health, man.
There's 2.
There's 2. I don't know, man. It has like 12 AC.
There's 11.
Anyways.
Yeah.
You guys leave this little islet, and you're back by your cart. Galaron and Day, who seem to have been watching vigilantly, listening for any cries of help or what have you, ask how it went. If you need to take a quick rest before heading out.
We have a new friend, Galaron.
Galaron looks at her, and then he looks at you, and he asks in Elvish, so as not to make a poor first impression. He asks, did you cripple and then force this one to join you as well?
Just for you, sweetheart.
Okay,
Only
I'll
you, sweetheart.
I'll respond to the guy in Elvish about how I came willingly and they rescued me.
Can she hear him though? Is he whispering to me?
He's not whispering. He's speaking in like a conversational tone as the group as a whole approaches.
And okay, so I assume
he doesn't expect this human to speak Elvish.
Then I assume she hears my response of "just for you, sweetheart."
She does, and then he looks up at her,
and then I glare at Yafa.
He
looks at you. Sorry, go on, Yafa.
I just look back at our human who speaks Elvish, and I just look at her, give her kind of a shrug, give her a wink, and then.
Oh my god.
Let's get going.
Galaron looks at you, Aurelia, as you guys approach the cart, and he pats like one of the seats in the cart for you to come up and sit next to him.
Okay, I'll sit next to him.
And he starts making like kind of idle chit chat with you. He's like, "So what's your name? Where are you from? Blah blah blah."
Mm-hmm.
As the cart starts to move.
Really, I made a new friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also reading.
Can you get a small? What do you mean? Like I thought I
mean the stuff that was in the cart, or not the cart. I'm sorry.
I thought I updated the cart inventory.
Oh, okay. Okay, sweet. Sorry.
Where do you just have Kriza put the chest on the cart?
Yeah.
Okay, Kriza sets it down, and he takes a seat as well. He kind of closes his eyes to just take a short rest on the cart as it's moving. Fred gets up on there as well. He says he's still a little bit roughed up, so he's gonna rest for a sec.
Yeah.
Is the pearl the one that?
I wouldn't know.
Well, Toxif.
Oh wait, I have this special power. Can I sniff this?
You can sniff it. Investigation. See if through all your years of gem obsession, you have gained the ability to appraise gems.
Damn it.
That is performance.
Oh my god.
No, listen. Listen, I thought you said
Okay,
perception
Navi.
because that's what it was before. That's right above
Even
it.
then,
They all
even then,
start
that's
with
not the right one.
they all start with per. I just clicked one because they're all the same number. It's even per.
He has advantage.
And it didn't work.
He has advantage.
You sniff
He
it.
sniffed a lot of gems. in
You
his
sniff
life.
it. You give it a little lick. You you like hold it next to your ear as though it will make a sound. It doesn't. And then you like very closely analyze it, and you think this thing could at least be worth 49 gold.
49.
Kill me.
Hey,
But you're not sure because you're not an expert. So
He got really
Can-
loud and aggressive when you said that.
Can I attempt to
You can
take a
try.
look at it?
Roll performance.
Roll performance. Gotcha. Do I have to roll investigation or perception?
investigation.
Can I ask Day to sing me a little song while I
They fucking hold on.
an investigation song? I need a
All
little
right, Day
investigation.
pulls out her drum, and she starts patting a beat. It's like a simple beat, and she starts making up a song. She's like, sitting in our horse cart, trying to see this gem. How much does this gem cost? Please help us, our gods above. And that gives you a
am I
1d6.
inspired now?
That gives you a 1d6, yeah.
Let's see, Detective Yaffa, please. Detective Yaffa, please, show yourself today.
Holy shit! You don't even
Detective
you don't even
Yaffa.
have to add it. You can if you want, but there's no reason
point,
to.
right? Critical success.
You take a look at this gem at this pearl, and you kind of hold it in your hand, feel its weight. You look at like the shine of it, and blah blah blah, and you're sure that this thing is worth 50 gold.
Okay, well, okay, but is that how much did you need it to be worth, Josh? 50? Okay, I thought you needed it to be 100, and yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at someone else's thing. Yeah, sorry, 50 is the diamond. It is worth 100 gold. My apologies. I did mean it for it to be the one he needed. 50 is
Wait.
the diamond. I was looking at the diamond.
wait, did we pick up a diamond?
You did pick up a diamond. You don't know how much it's worth yet because you haven't analyzed it, but
I would like the diamond.
I see you're
who is
also in
saying
need of a
anything?
diamond.
Who is
I
saying-
see we have
yeah,
the same spell.
Well, unfortunate for you because you're the new one. So, no.
I'm actually really sad. Like,
no, Toss, if you
What?
have the 100 gold pearl.
okay, well, I'm gonna pluck a feather off of my owl. Okay.
The owl makes an annoyed hoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hoot.
Sorry, bud.
Why?
It curses you in Celestial.
But I can understand it because it's my family.
I fucking created you.
Oh. And then I'm looking at Tim over there.
Tim is floating
What
a
does
little
Tim?
bit.
What does
just-
Tim do?
What do you mean? What does
He
Tim?
used
What does Tim
identify.
do?
Yeah. What
He
is
kn-
Tim?
He now knows.
Correct, that's
He
what
now
you
knows
needed, the
literally
gold-
everything about it.
Okay. Okay. You learn its properties and how to use the item, whether it requires achievement to use, how many charges it has. You learn whatever spells are affecting the item and what they are. Okay.
Item
So
was created by a spell.
you really
And
quickly like reach over and
if
tap
it was
Tim.
created by a spell, you learn. So you created it.
You really quickly reach over and tap Tim, and Tim makes an annoyed noise for a sword, but by the way, there's a floating sword in the cart.
We have a sentence.
Yeah,
sword, by the way.
Yeah.
But you then and the pearl is not consumed by this, right?
No, that would be so sad.
Yeah. All right.
Oh god, how much water do we go through a day? 11 now? 11,
You
12?
learn. All right. Things you learn about Tim. He can cause. His ability to levitate is maxed out at about. Hold on. Like he could probably levitate someone like reliably at going up at like who's like 100 pounds or less.
Huh.
Day is like 130 or something. So
110.
yeah, something like that. You learn that his actual physical makeup is only slightly more sophisticated than an average rapier. His blade's a little bit better, but other than that, not much. You learn that the sword itself was made to be a vessel, and that the sentient consciousness within it was put in at a later date. You learn that this was done through a very complicated necromancy-based ritual.
It's a trap soul.
And that you learn that Tim's soul is an independent being that was put into the sword at a later date after the sword's original creation, and that Tim's soul is a soul. It's not a fabricated like consciousness for the sword itself. You learn that he doesn't have any particular charges or limit on how long he'll exist and continue to talk and float. You also learn that he doesn't need to be attuned to anyone to be used. Though you do know that now that you know he's an independent person, basically, if he doesn't like you, he's not going to let you use him. But as far as you can tell, there's no actual curse that will affect anyone else now. Like, well, as far as you could tell, Identify lets you know exactly that there's no curse that will affect anyone else. Though you get a feeling that the necromantic ritual that put Tim in wasn't necessarily done with Tim's consent.
Well,
Also, you get the feeling Tim's not his real name, but you probably figured that one earlier.
Toxif,
Yeah.
is the diamond the one that you need? And do I know that? Do I know it's the diamond that Toxif needs? Like, does it look like it's worth enough?
I mean, all right, first of all, have you discussed needing a diamond with Yafa?
Yeah.
You can make another investigation check.
It doesn't carry over with a nat 20.
No, because you were investigating a pearl, and then you gave the pearl to Toxif, and now you're going to investigate a diamond.
All right.
How much does pearl weigh?
I don't know, not much, like half a pound, quarter of a pound.
Please, Detective Yafa, don't let me down yet.
Don't even put a weight in it. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You take a look at it, and you're like, it's nicely cut. It's of a good size.
14. 14. I had inspiration.
14. Okay. It's nicely cut. It's of a good size. It's quite a clear diamond. You know, it doesn't have any impurities in it, as far as you can tell. You will estimate. You're not as confident on this as you were the pearl, but you'll estimate that this is probably worth around 50 gold or so. Just with like understanding like size and cut and purity, you would say it's probably sufficient. Probably.
How what's a percentage that how like sure am I?
You're like 75% sure.
All right, I'll take it. Toxif, I mean the diamond's yours anyway, man.
20,
Take it.
24. I could kill myself.
What?
Okay, here we go. I got it. Now let's get a real estimate here.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry, I'm not as good with diamonds.
we're just going to toss a fireball off the side of the. We're still by water, right?
Yeah, you're still you're kind of slowly, as people are kind of recovering from the battle, traveling along the river. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna toss a fireball into the water.
Yeah.
Does it actually work?
That's a waste of a perfectly good diamond.
No, it doesn't
No,
consume
it doesn't break. It doesn't consume
use
it.
the diamond.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't.
No.
Um,
Unless it specifically says it does. And it
if
does not.
both of you hold on to the diamond at the same time, can you both cast your spells?
Technically.
Anyway,
We could try it.
anyways, an orb of fire bursts from your staff, actually, and
His skull staff.
Is it
His
attuned?
6-foot skull staff.
the skull like opens its mouth and fire bursts from it and hits the
Hell
water,
Damn.
causing it to boil.
Is it attuned?
Bro, you could just identify it again. You
But
just identify.
is it magic though?
Just try.
You're baiting me and using all my spells,
And it's working.
and it's working.
All right, you touch it, and you learn that yes, it needs to be attuned, though it is a fairly powerful magical artifact, or not artifact, focus.
Fucking
It's a fairly
artifact.
powerful magical focus. And yes, it needs to be attuned. It has no maximum uses, so like it's just a sturdy ass
Okay.
staff. It does need to be attuned, and it is attuned.
It is attuned.
Well,
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Ooh, so it's a focus. I don't know what focuses do. I have to read.
No, a magical focus is just something you use to cast your spells.
Yeah. Oh, that's the
It's
other thing.
like
That's
if
the
you
other thing.
if you ever nat one on a spell, I might be inclined to say it backfires so bad your hand explodes.
Oh yeah.
But if you nat one on the spell with a focus, the focus might just explode.
it's more of just like you look dope as fuck shooting flame orbs from a goddamn. Wait, that means can technically shocking grasp? Do you just bop people with the fucking staff?
It has no. I mean, yeah, but since it's only 6 feet long, and
No, it's still in normal range. I didn't expect a normal range. I didn't aesthetic reason of him bopping people on the schnoz.
yeah,
with a
sure. You
skull.
can channel shocking grasp through your staff.
I know how a pimp can.
Dude. That's a pretty big pimp cane. That's double your size.
Yeah.
That's a pimp spear, essentially.
I feel bad taking the diamond too, but
Eh.
If you take 100 gold diamond and break it, 100 gold diamond and break it in half to make it 250 gold diamonds.
or does it lower the quality?
Or does
of
it
both
just
of them?
drastically lower the quality of?
So the
I
rest
mean,
of
you'd
our
have to
journey,
break a diamond, so.
the rest of our journey, can I just read?
Same.
And I assume, and I would like to suggest that we rest before we go into whatever bullshit that we're going to go into.
Wouldn't it
So I mean,
be
if we're
okay?
close enough to
Agreed.
just
Yeah,
if we're
read.
just close enough, if we're close
You
enough
get-
to just make it there.
Yeah, you come up, and you make it there, maybe an hour before sundown. An hour or two, maybe, yeah, about an hour and a half, an hour before sundown, judging by the height of the sun in the sky. And as you approach, you kind of see this naturally wooded area that's enclosing. You could see ahead some kind of old building, a stone fortress, perhaps. Are you guys going to camp outside, or are you going to approach the fortress?
I would say we camp outside.
How close
Yeah.
to the fortress?
I would say I would hope that we're a few miles off from it, to be honest.
Okay, so as soon as the fortress comes into view, because like it's enclosed by trees, so maybe you're a mile away, or so, maybe a mile, half a mile away. When you finally see the fortress, are you just gonna camp about that distance away?
I would suggest, and I would also say that we have at least 2 people on watch.
All right, so you camp at the source of this part of the river, actually. And it's like it's a fairly large spring that causes, and it flows down a small downhill relatively to get into become this larger river. As you set up camp, everyone's a little bit sore, or most people are. Galaron offers to take first watch.
What do we? I'm sorry.
You're setting up camp, and Galaron offers to take first watch.
Okay, Galaron, Dragon Man, take first watch. We're close enough. We're close enough to this dark bullshit that I suggest that we have at least 2 people on watch. We have enough people for it.
Chris is about to say yes, but Martin speaks up and he's like, "I will. I'll accompany
Fine, too.
Galaron."
It's Grizza, Silded, or Grizza, Day, whoever.
I can
would you
take
guys
the
like to
next
take
watch.
second watch?
Yeah.
Whoever
So
takes
you
the
figure
first
out
watch.
who's gonna take it. Day and Silded are next.
I'll be up in 4 hours anyway, but I'm hoping to read if possible. Figure out shit.
Everyone kind of settles down. You all eat and drink. The spring is fresh water, so you can refill your barrels and flasks
Oh,
and whatever.
sweet.
Um,
All right.
So yeah, cap off your barrels.
Okay, that's actually super nice.
Kriza takes the first drink straight from the spring just to make sure, because he's a dragonborn, so he's like, I can handle a little bit of dirt if it's dirty water, but he says it should be fine. And then Martin and Galaran kind of start just like quietly patrolling around the camp as the sun starts to set and everyone starts to set up their tents and try to get some rest.
How much was read in my book?
How much was read in your book? About 6 hours.
Okay.
Cool. And then since I wake up 4 hours earlier, can I get that extra 4 hours in?
Well, really quick. I gotta do a couple things first.
Okay. Well then, I shall be right back in a second.
Okay. I meant that as in character, but I'll wait for him. It's okay. And then I have to make Martin and Chris and Galaran do a couple of things, but okay, it's fine.
I mean, he just wanted to read.
Yeah.
I'm
All right,
just
whatever. He's meditating these first 4 hours, so it's fine.
I'm just happy Virlia made a new friend.
Mm-hmm. Virilia, you lay out your bedroll not near the close to the fire, but close to the warmth.
Mm-hmm.
And fall asleep. Everyone
Yep.
else is tense, or most of them else have tense, but you know, you're new, so.
Yeah, I'm new. I just have a bedroll. Poor me.
Oh. So Martin is very troubled during the night. He can feel this dark energy nearby because of his connection, his paladin ways. He's very troubled and a bit distracted as he patrols the camp. Galaran is straight distracted. He doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know what's going on. He actually goes temporarily
This
blind.
is just like his stealth.
Yeah. And Galaran and Martin, both rather jumpy. Suddenly, you guys, I don't want to do this until D's back. D?
Hi.
Okay, so Galaran and Martin rolled terribly for their perception. Galaran yells out something. He's just like, look over there. Ah! And then Martin draws his sword and he thinks he sees something as well. And he's like, everyone up now. It's just booming voice through the camp. D, you're jolted from your meditative state and a little bit uneasy. You just kind of hear everyone up now, like in a panicked, rushed voice.
Toxic doesn't get up, but he just looks through the owl.
Okay.
I'm going to
Perception.
13. Does he see anything as the owl?
The owl flies around, and the owl has advantage, but that's still 13. The owl flies around really quickly, and it doesn't see anything. You don't see anything through the owl's eyes, and it's got good night vision, and so do you. So.
Toxic just goes back to sleep.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Now I'm not
draw
on
my
level
weapons
20.
and stealth.
Okay, it's fine. What would you do though? Do you want to roll a perception, or do you just want to react, as Syl did? What were you rolling, D?
I rolled stealth.
Okay, so you kind of hop up from your tent and then just get right back low to the ground as you.
I don't have a tent, so I was.
As you leave your bedroll, in the cart. No, as you leave your sitting position in the cart. Sorry, and you hop out of the cart and get low to the ground and start looking around. Kriza gets up and he sleeps with his sword next to him, so he draws that as well. So now you've got like 3 or 4 panicked warriors like looking around all paranoid. You're low to the ground. And Martin grumbles that he saw something off to the west, not far off. And Galaron shoots back. No, 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 it's from the north. And Kriza is like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Can I be can I be Detective Yaffa again?
Sure.
I'm gonna attempt to be Detective Yaffa. Detective Yaffa! 14.
What are you investigating?
I'm seeing what the fuck. Is there anything around, like tracks or?
All right,
anything?
you look around and nothing. The sky is clear. It's a clear night, so there's about a half moon and a number of stars twinkling in the sky, and it's quiet aside from the grumbling of the 3 warriors near you.
So nothing. It looks like there's nothing nearby.
As far as you
No,
can
like-
tell, no.
Okay.
Fred and Day also get up, but
Is there a tree
Fred,
nearby?
they're the closest trees are the ones by the fortress, about half a mile off.
What did you see?
Galaron says he thought he saw a dark shape moving to the north, very large. Martin shoots back that no, he saw someone with a light off to the east.
Remember that the mist is a master of illusions. He's probably just playing with your mind.
They both kind of like continue looking around paranoid. Fred comes up and kind of pats Martin on the shoulder, both as holy men, and while worshiping different gods, they have a solidarity, and Fred just kind of calms him down a bit. Galaron.
Can I just get back to sleep?
Yeah, you can. If you don't think there's a trouble, you can go back to sleep.
I'm gonna go back to sleep.
How long has it been before these buffoons woke me
You were meditating for about 2 hours.
Give me 2 more hours, okay?
Eventually, they kind of compose themselves, still on high guard, but for the rest of the 2 hours, eventually the others get back to bed, and Galaron and Martin continue to keep watch. At the end of the 2 hours, they go to get Sildud and Day.
I wake up. Just...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Sildud and Day take watch as Galaron settles into his meditative state. Still nervous, but trying to get some rest. Martin sleeps in full armor. He's too paranoid to be unarmored at the moment.
So he's gonna be uncomfortable.
I'm just snuggled under my bedroll.
He's gonna be uncomfortable, but he has peace of mind. Day and Sildud don't.
I have a piece of warm bedroll.
Yeah.
You two do what you're going to do. I'm going to read. Good luck. Can I roll it with disadvantage?
You can if you want. I don't think. Yeah, go ahead.
Am I just listening to things?
Yeah, you'll just listen.
6.
You don't hear much. Day seems quite high on guard, and she doesn't report anything throughout the next 4 hours. Neither does Sildud. And eventually the sun starts rising, and they report back as everyone wakes up that nothing happened throughout the rest of the night.
All right. Well, the last little bit as everyone's getting up, I'm gonna fix my gas mask, fix my hat.
Okay. So you can add another 4 hours to whatever book you want.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah. And
it's the last little bit while everyone's getting up.
Yeah, you all get up, and you realize that all the sounds that you heard throughout your journey the day before and the night before, crickets, birds, the sound of the spring bubbling and stuff, all pretty much dead silence. The only thing you hear now is the rush of the spring, but no animal noises, there's no sound of the breeze or the grass rustling, nothing. you can. It's
Can I-
not that. It's not that you can. It's not that you can still see things and not hear anything. It's just that nothing seems to be happening. The air is very still.
Is Sloan still around?
Sloane is still around. She kind of swoops down and makes a very faint caw, not a weak one, just kind of
Oh,
like like not a
Can I
very
attempt to
powerful caw, just a caw.
Can I attempt to like stick my arm out like and get her to like land?
You can try. You can animal handling try.
Yeah.
Hey,
Maybe they like you more.
Sloane hesitates, flapping in the air before finally coming over and resting on your arm for a minute.
I'll just kind of give her a little like little scratch on the head.
Aww.
Give her a little scratch on the head.
Yeah.
She's doing.
Finally gained the trust of your bird.
Yeah. As everyone wakes up, Martin still seems concerned, but at least a little bit more well rested.
I'm sad because really I usually sleeps 10 hours a night.
Yeah, you got like eight
Eight.
and a half, 7.
Humans in this sleeping.
But Martin kind of gruffly says, "We should eat our rations. We should eat our rations and head out immediately."
I agree.
Do you guys want to do anything by this spring before you head off to the wooded area that holds this fortress?
Top off her water. And
All right, so you kind of have your breakfast, you eat your rations, drink some water, you top it off. Mage armor gets applied. Relia, do you want to do anything with your sorcerer points?
I would like to, I think I wait. Did that
I mean,
that counted as a long rest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got all your spells back.
Yeah, all of your spell slots are back right now. You have 3.
Hmm.
You have 2 sorcerer points.
And since I don't know any third level spells or second level spells, what I think I'll do is I'll take 1 and give myself a 4th spell slot.
Sounds good.
A level 1 spell slot costs 2 sorcery points.
Okay, then I'll use both of them to give me my level 1 spell
so you've
slot.
got 4 spell slots right now and 0 sorcery points.
All right. Bucci.
All right.
I'm gonna
Go on.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation, clean myself up.
All right. You all kind of prepare yourselves. Those of you who are magically inclined kind of prepare all of your spells, your mage armor, your sorceress abilities. Fred goes through his book and picks out some spells to study for a few minutes for the day. Ones he believes will be helpful.
Roll up my sleeves, put my hands on my hips, and be like, I am ready.
Do you like put your hair up in like an action movie female ponytail?
No, I keep it down.
Okay. All right. All right. So you guys start heading out. It doesn't take long to get to the edge of this forested area, but as you approach Bessie the first and third, the twins, your horses, start to get very, very nervous. They start
What should we do about the horses?
They start to whinny and don't seem to want to go further.
Aw. Poor horses.
Feel really bad about leaving a cart out here while we go into this godforsaken dungeon.
Aw.
Martin takes a look around and he is like, well, it seems that there's no mortal enemies around here, no bandits or what have you, that would come out and rob our cart. I suggest we tie up our horses, move the carts a little closer near the wooded area, and that's about all we can do. We can't afford to leave anyone behind to guard it because we will need every one of our team in the dungeon.
Yeah.
Whatever lies ahead.
As much as I hate it.
How long does an unseen servant last?
Oh, let me check.
Nope.
In any case, I'm not tying up the
an hour.
horses.
Okay. Fred speaks up and he's like, Toxic, you could leave your owl out here and check back every once in a while.
That is true. Your owl might not be too safe on the inside.
Yeah, but
I'm good. What?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Well, actually, he can't check in on it every once in a while.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to.
Fred shrugs. He didn't know.
Unless I can get 100 feet, within 100 feet of me.
I mean, I assume it would just watch the shit though. Probably best. No, guess just take it with you. I'm gonna kind of just tap Sloane a little bit and try and get her to stay with the cart.
Sloane kind of flaps off your arm and perches herself on the edge of the cart.
All right.
I dust myself off, trying to make sure I look at least okayly.
You look a little more intimidating.
Is she like dusting
More
herself
presentable.
off or something?
Yeah.
I just look over and I just cast prestidigitation. Just
Thanks.
clean up all the
Dirt.
blood, viscera.
So Toxic, are you leaving the bird behind just to like
Yeah.
physically guard? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So
I would like to attempt to hide the cart, like camouflage it.
all right. So you tie the horses up as close to the trees as they'll go without trying to break away, and you move the cart. It takes a second, but you got your strong people, so you move the cart a little bit behind the tree line, so it's not as visible. And that's about you. You think it's okay. It won't be visible from a distance, and you think that's about as good as it's going to get.
Okay. Can I attempt to camouflage it?
Do a survival check.
Survival?
Yeah.
Thought I
Like
could do
an
stealth.
outdoorsy survival check.
Damn, thought I could do stealth.
No, that's just
survival.
you, bud.
I know, I'm not super good at that. Survival. Survivalist Yafa 19.
You get some large tufts of leaves and you find some moss in the ground and what have you, and you kind of arrange it in enough to cover at least the side of the cart that's facing open field. And as you step back, you think, that'll hold. Like it looks convincing enough from maybe from a decent distance that no one would be inclined to come investigate unless they were already heading for this location.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully no one's suicidal enough. Well, a whole bunch of bullshit. All right.
Okay. So, are you going to approach the wooded area and thus the?
Yeah. What do I see around it? Fucking nothing.
Could I try a thing?
Well, hold on.
Oh.
As you approach, you see this. It seems older than the fortress you saw before, but in slightly better condition, probably because it doesn't have to deal with like water lapping at its towers and such.
And bandits.
And you guys can move freely right now, or at least the three of you who are here.
Can I attempt to stealth?
You can try, yeah. You're not currently in battle.
Nope.
Okay, you try to stealth, like try to get down, but you actually come over here, like try to move forward a little bit, but you actually just fall and land on your ass. Over here.
I chuckle.
I just kind of lay back.
Yeah.
I chuckle.
Also, make sure you check your health and your AC because it may not be correct. Like mine wasn't.
Everyone kind of moves forward, and Sildad is Sildad back in the call. Jen is back in the call, but she might not be able to talk. Anyways, you guys approach the kind of natural entrance to this, what looks to be some sort of courtyard, perhaps. and there's this very large log. It's very large, like 5 or 6 feet thick, so tall since it's on its side.
It's thick.
Yeah. Silded looks at it and she's like, I could probably move this, or we could just like throw Fred and Toxif over, and the rest of us could climb. What do we want to do?
How high is
Can
it?
I get up this?
It's like 5 or 6 feet tall.
Oh yeah, toss me up there.
Can I get up this?
Yeah, you can climb up that right now. It takes you a second, but since you're not in combat, it's not that important how long it takes you, as long as it's not forever. All right. She picks you up, Toxif, and tosses you over. And then Kriza walks up and picks up Fred and tosses Fred over as well, since they're the smallest. And then the rest of you take a minute and kind of just climb over the trunk.
How tall does this look?
How tall does what, that wall you're right in front of?
Yeah.
Maybe like 5 feet.
5
You
feet?
could
Can I
probably
attempt
scale
to-
it.
All right. Can I, like, from the corner specifically, get a little
Yeah,
footing,
yeah.
better footing climbing up on this shit?
Do you need me to move you through?
No, oh, okay. Yeah, if I'm just going over, yeah, I'd like to kind of just sit on the wall if I can. Just kind of sit up there right now. Daggers drawn, ready if anything. I can't actually right now see anything. I can see literally the wall.
How about
Still
now?
can only see the wall, and everything else is just black. There we go.
Okay. Toxif, I'll have you stand right there.
Okay.
Got my daggers drawn, ready to throw it at ships.
All right, so you all stand here, kind of looking around the courtyard. So there's this courtyard, and it's on a lower level, and then there's a raised part of it right here. So like this looks like more it would be like some sort of outdoors courtyard. Like these walls were not meant to have a roof on top of them, but over here you can see the remains of what looks like a primary building, maybe over here as well, that would have been enclosed. So it's a small fortress, an old one. Do you want to do anything else?
Can I see anything from the high ground?
You see, and the rest of you can't see this very well because you're on a lower level, but right here, you see a sort of strange upset in the stone, like as though something had been buried there, and then the stones had recovered it.
Can I roll perception?
Sure.
What does it look like?
Shit.
Is it a hatch?
No, it looks like there is something large that was buried under there, and then not encased, but just covered enough to be a little bit more innocuous.
Does it look like a trap?
Doesn't look like a trap per se. Nothing seems to be around to trigger it.
Is it just a hole in the ground? Like what am I seeing with this nat 20?
Yeah,
Just an
well,
upset in the ground?
you see an upset in the ground. The stones cover the whatever's there completely, but it doesn't look like a trap. It doesn't look like a hatch. It looks like something was just physically put there and then covered to hide.
Guys, there's something at the top of the stairs there. It's covered by the stones. Something large.
As soon as you say that, the stone starts to shift and rumble, and you hear a sort of rumbling in the ground, like where it is.
Of course.
And of course. And
fucking sandworms.
this guy pops out. Like
Of course he does.
climbs and he brings himself up out of the stone, and you see this like 8 to 9 foot tall Goliath stand before you guys, and he grumbles and it says, he goes, "Leave this place."
No.
Can I persuade him to like leave us alone?
You can try, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna try to persuade him to leave us alone.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasive.
Hey,
Hope I get.
what
Hey.
do you?
I explained to the Goliath, that that we're looking for something that's not doing some pretty good stuff around the countryside and whatnot, and that we're the good guys and stuff.
He goes, he kind of like
Help us.
he grumbles and he thinks about it. He actually kind of moves out of his battle stance for a sec. He kind of straightens up, which is more terrifying somehow because when he's battle stance, he's kind of lower to the ground. But straightened up, you can see him just his shadow casts fully over your whole group, like like 2 people back. But,
I'm like scared shitless.
Yeah.
He's 3 times my size.
And he grumbles and he says, "I've been here for a very long time. I can't remember who put me here, but I'm supposed to keep people away."
Then maybe perhaps you could help us?
He thinks and he actually kind of clutches the side of his head, seemingly in pain, and he goes, "I can't help you, no."
Fred, what is the
Then at least get out of this place.
Can I ask Fred what the thing is pointing to?
What do you mean?
Just to make sure, the little mist finder device.
The mist finder is pointing. He kind of shuffles over you, moves past Galaron. Galaron moves the other way, and he kind of shows it to you, and it's pointing roughly from Fred's position this direction, but to you it looks like it's pointing at him.
Okay.
Probably not him. I mean, he doesn't seem like an artifact.
Yeah. I mean, you never know.
Sure, I don't know. You said anything, so.
He kind of moves side to side a little bit unsure of himself, and he goes, "Why are you here?"
I just explained that we're fighting an evil that comes from this place.
What is it?
There's a
The nameless mist.
Eldritch God. Okay.
Yep.
He kind of
doing
groans
bad stuff
and steps back a bit, and he goes, Go, and he starts to move like down the stairs. And he comes over here and he pushes Kriza aside. Kriza looks offended but not hurt as he kind of moves away. And Virilia, what are you gonna do as this guy's approaching? It looks like he's approaching you.
I would probably get ready to cast like Shocking Grasp if he came near.
Well, he picks up the log, like full on. He picks it up, puts it on his shoulder, and tosses it over here with a great thump. And he brushes past you, seemingly not trying to hurt you, but he just kind of moves you out of his way. And then he kind of moves out of the fortress and he just kind of sits.
Bye.
He just kind of sits on this ledge over here. He looks in great distress.
Should I go talk to him? Do a little bit of soul searching.
Martin.
Did I hurt his feelings?
He seems in pain. Something seemed to have trapped him here. Or put him here. He doesn't know what he's defending.
Is the thing pointing in the same direction?
Yeah, it's still pointing in the same direction.
Yeah,
it didn't shift to look at him.
I mean, Toxif, if you're willing to expend a spell slot, you could use Identify on him.
Objects,
tell you
not
if anything's
people.
affecting. It specifically says if you use it on a person, you know what spell is affecting.
Does it?
Yep, read it.
I used it once, come on.
You used it twice.
I mean, you got to go over and touch him.
I mean, it doesn't matter because I think that point you get him. So.
If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. Okay, well, I mean, What the hell are we doing? We're all just sitting here. What are we doing?
Sorry, I was gonna have Martin say, doesn't matter what he was doing. He's out of our way. We gotta go and find the mist. Find how to get where in this, I suppose. And he starts stomping forward. Kriza does as well. Galaron hangs back a bit. Fred leads them. He's like following his thing. He asks Kriza to give him a boost, and he hops up on this ledge. He walks over to these stairs, which would have once led to a second floor. It looks like, but it does not seem to like the second floor is long since collapsed or eroded away or whatever.
Can I kind of just like scoot along this ledge and
Where are you gonna go?
up that way? Is there anything over here that I can see looking over, or is it a roof? Are those what I think they are?
What do you think they are?
They look like fucking. Does it look like an aminal? Or is it
No,
just
it looks
tree
like
roots and
vines.
shit? Okay, cool. I thought it was a danger noodle. I was making sure it wasn't no danger noodle or something.
You mean like
Like, yeah, is there a danger noodle there? Or...
There's not a danger noodle there, don't worry.
Okay.
As they all follow, as everyone, well, most of them follow Fred, Galaron seems to be looking around, exploring. Brillia, do you want to head up and go by Fred as well, or?
Sure.
So you move up by Fred, and Fred is like staring at this part of the stairs. He's actually he's staring underneath the stairs, because there's a space beneath them, and he's like, it's pointing right here, but there's nothing here.
Perhaps there's more than meets the eye?
You want to roll investigation and see?
Sure thing, buddy. Let's hope I do okay.
I'm just like on a 5-foot fucking like ledge. I just look at hi.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a little bit closer. You kind of feel over the rocks and stuff, and the stone floor. You take a close look. It seems a little bit solid, like not completely solid, like it's covering something up. So you move the stones away, and you can see a circular hatch.
Oh, there's a hatch down here.
Oh god.
Everyone kind of moves over, and Chris is like, "I got this," and he grabs he moves the stones a little bit more to the side, and he grabs the hatch handle, and he tugs on it, and it takes a second. It doesn't budge very easily, but he takes a minute to do this, but he finally wrenches it open, and when he wrenches it open, you hear the very faint movement of air from inside, and a cool breeze hits your face from where. And as you look in, it's very dark, and you can see a sort of spiral. You can see a short ladder that then leads to a spiral staircase going down. But other than that, the daylight doesn't illuminate much. It's very, very dark down there.
So, who wants to go first?
I'm kind of just like slide off the wall here, land, casually kind of stroll up here. What do we find?
Chris is like, it's like a hatch that leads to a ladder and a staircase. I just opened it.
Go on then.
Me first?
Go on then.
You got some extra gold for me in this? Like, if I die first.
Isn't saving the province enough? I kind of throw my hands up and like.
He hesitates, and then Martin pushes him aside a little bit, and he's like, "I'll do it first." And he heads inside. He puts his long sword at his side and shield on his back, and he takes like, he's a big guy. He climbs down, and then He looks around. He's like, the stairs go down quite a ways, but there's no traps or anything as of yet.
Hmm.
If you'll join me, I'm heading down. And he starts to thump his way down the stairs at a slow pace. Krista shrugs and he hops in as well.
I'll go in after Kriza.
All right, you head in. Day is like, "Hey, wait up!" and disappears into the hole as well. Sildred says, "I'll go last since I'm bigger than you guys. I'll keep up the rear."
All right.
I think you or Fred should go next, Toxic.
Okay. Well, peace.
You head in, and it's cramped for anyone else, but it's a comfortable sized passage for you. Fred follows suit.
I give Galeron I kind of like put my hand out like the bro hug, like handshake into the like pull him for pat on the back, like let's do this shit.
He returns it and he's like, hopefully we survive this one.
Push him
first. Yeah, just give him like the bro, like spin around, like push him. No.
No.
I'm going down. I'm just.
Right. You head in. Galeron follows, and then Sildred brings up the rear. If you'll wait a second, I've actually got to place your tokens in that order.
No, I know. I'm just fucking with you.
Wow, it sure would be great to have dark vision.
Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry yet. You're actually not in there.
Oh.
I mean, like when you get in there, you'll see it's okay.
Maybe. Until we all die a horrible, painful death. Hopefully not, though. I'm on the road again. Being underground nearly sucks again. So are we waiting still?
Yeah, sorry, I'm almost ready. I just have to. It's kind of important that the order is correct as you go in.
Okay. So, Toxic.
Like, let's just say you're walking down the spiral staircase. It's quite a long staircase. You can talk if you want.
Oh god, this is gonna suck, isn't it?
Oh
yeah. Toxic, you still have that the juice.
The what?
This acidic bullshit that we have.
I was supposed to take that?
I gave it to you.
Oh.
Remember?
Yeah. Yes.
I was given it, and then I deemed that I'd probably.
Yes, you did.
Give it to you.
Yes. Yeah, I have it. Yep.
Juice?
Yeah.
The juice. Here, we got the juice.
Yeah.
All right. So as you go down this long stone staircase, it's colder and colder. Not unbearably cold, but just chilling.
Like roll down your sleeves.
Yeah. And as you come down, you finally see some light. Martin reports that he sees a light, and to stay on guard and stay quiet. And as you approach, you walk into this narrow passage that widens open, and you see a torch. You see a strange red torch affixed to the wall ahead. And Martin leads the passage, and he says, There's a split in the path up ahead. Stay careful." And everyone you guys kind of continue forward. Fred squeezes in.
Does the red torch, is this the red torch right in front of me?
Yeah. That's what it's like a torch sconce, but instead of fire inside, there's strange red orbs of light.
That doesn't help me.
Can I look at them with my magical eyes?
You could try if you want to use an identify on it.
No,
Arcana, okay.
with my magical eyes.
Whatever it is, it's not. It's like as if someone casts a permanent light spell on the, but red. So.
Okay.
It's unfortunate. Toxic, does it look like you could make a mark on the wall? Does it look like I could take it and like make a
mark on the
wall or something? Yeah, something.
Like,
never mind, it's fine.
Toxic, yeah, move forward a little bit. Yafa, can you give me? Oh, thank you. So as you all kind of bundle up in here, and Martin says, "Don't move forward yet," because I'm trying to see where these forks in the path might lead. You suddenly hear a voice, like a very cold, high voice, and it says, "Well, what do we have here?" And it seems to be coming from ahead of Martin, but there's no visible source at the moment. And Martin, whose sword is already drawn, he brandishes it and he holds it forward. And he's like, "Show yourself!" But nothing appears. But the voice still persists.
Everyone check your health and AC again. Make sure it's correct.
At the moment, it's only you, me, and Josh because everyone else is gone and Gibbs' headphones stopped working for a sec.
In any sense, make sure everyone's health and AC is correct.
Everyone's should be. I'm pretty sure I tested.
Because mine wasn't.
I mean, yours just doesn't like.
Probably just update his token.
Yours is just problematic. All right. And the voice persists. And the voice goes, "You are fools for coming here. This is a place of great power beyond what you can comprehend."
I'm going to attempt stealth. Oh my lord.
You don't. Actually, you try to stealth, but you're quite crowded, and you bump into Galaron, who bumps into Sildud, who goes, "Hey."
Oh my, ouchies.
Gibbs, are you working now?
Galaron, sorry, I'm off my game. It's a bad
Galaron
time.
says it's fine. We heard. I mean, can you hear me, Gibbs? Okay, I guess not. Anyways, the high, cold voice continues and goes, "This place is not for mortals to tread. I would advise you leave if you value your lives."
Well, how much are we talking? Like, how much gold are we getting for leaving?
You are getting no gold. You are allowed to keep your lives should you leave now.
Ugh. But we were paid to come here, like, I don't know, if you could maybe match that, or, you know, there's gotta be some incentive here. Can I roll persuasion?
You can try.
Can I try and persuade this evil entity to give me money? Nat 20, please! No! That would have been so good! There's gotta be some incentive here for us to actually leave. I mean, we're getting paid to come, you know, deal with this bullshit, and you know how it goes. Business.
Gibbs, how's it going?
Okay, yeah, I can,
Okay.
I can hear and speak
Okay.
now.
So, you guys are crowded in here, and you've been hearing this high, cold voice with no discernible source say you should leave now if you value your lives. Your only reward for leaving will be your life. Otherwise, you will die.
Can I take one of my extra daggers, like lower on the belt daggers?
Sure.
Let's see. Let's take like Peridot or something there, and just can I scuff up the wall? Like, does the wall look like I can like carve it a little
You
bit?
could try.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
So you kind of try and carve into the wall, but it's a very sturdy, smooth
Does it look like
stone.
it at least makes like a little mark or
It
something?
makes a very tiny, tiny mark.
Is it visible?
Barely.
Damn. That's not going to work.
This is your last warning. Leave now, or you will die.
Martin, just move forward. Let's go. Let's
Martin,
get out of this confined space.
Martin nods and he moves forward. But as he moves forward, right in front of him, appears a strange figure in a dark cloak. Very pale, pointed ears, but you can't tell what sort of. You can't pin down his exact race. And
Martin.
he pushes Martin back with surprising force, and he actually bumps into Kriza. And he bumps into Kriza and Virilia, and Martin actually looks like the wind just got knocked out of him. And this strange man who seems to be holding some sort of wand in one hand, he looks at you with glowing yellow eyes, and he says, "You made a grave mistake coming here, adventurers."
Can I see what the fuck this is? Is this motherfucker a vampire?
You can try to see.
Perception.
Yeah, perception.
I can try to see. All right, I'm gonna try to see with my eyes. Do I see with my eyes?
You look at him, and he doesn't seem to be vampiric in nature. Just
Is he undead?
Perhaps undead. You think he may be undead based on how strong he seems, his very paleness.
Turn undead. Turn undead. Smite the fucker. Smite the fucker. All right.
Martin takes another step forward. No words exchanged. He holds one hand out. His shield is still on his back. He holds one hand out, seemingly to cast something, slashing with his other hand, his sword. But the man disappears, and his sword slashes through open air. His voice rings out again, bouncing off the walls, this time seeming to come from all directions. And he goes, "This is the last mistake you'll ever make." And then,
Were you the last mistake your parents ever made?
how dare you?
Whoa.
You feel like a flick in the back of your head.
I get a good laugh out of that.
At least if we're going to die, we might as well go out.
I suppose.
Oh god. All right, let's move.
The area behind you, if you look behind you, it's gone very, very dark. It's as though there's no longer a passage there. It just descends and disappears into darkness. Martin pays no attention, and he steps forward, and he's like, "All right," and everyone else kind of follows suit. You're able to spread out a little bit more. You can move freely about 10 or so spaces forward. Don't take any paths, please.
Fucking Fred just disappeared in the goddamn wall. Or not? Yeah.
Fred took a shortcut.
Oh yeah, I saw him move like that, and then he was just gone, and I was like, the fuck?
And there seem to be 4 paths here. A thin one to the left, 2 along this upper wall. This upper wall, there's 2, and then 1 farther down that you could just kind of make out. None of them seem to be blocked off at the moment. There's a little more light coming from the thin one than the one at the far end. The two on the upper wall are much wider, and but there's no indication of what's in them. Martin looks around and he's like, Fred, where is the device pointing? And Fred looks at it and he taps it and he looks distressed and he's like, it's not pointing anywhere. It's spinning and spinning and spinning.
Well, which was distract. I guess maybe either we're in an illusion or it's just not going to work down here because it's too close.
Fred says it looks like I guess since we're in the wherever this creature's power is the strongest, which is here, it just can't tell exactly. So
I'm gonna take out one of my deck of cards.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out one of my deck of cards, and does there look to be anywhere that I can on the wall or anything?
You could slip it in between two of the larger stones that make up the wall. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take out a card. I'm gonna put it in the wall.
Why?
All right. So you stick the card right there.
Cool.
And Martin
I'm going to
speaks
keep.
up. Sorry.
I'm just talking. I'm just gonna keep that deck of cards somewhere accessible.
Okay. Martin speaks up and he says, all right. Which path should we head for? If we have no magical compass to lead us, it's just down to us figuring out what's what.
We should keep left.
Left?
Yes.
This way? He points. This way?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. Why not?
Martin says, it's a good idea. It's as good of an idea as any.
Start left, move right, I suppose.
Kriza, being the one closest to that path, starts to walk forward. But then he steps back and he's like, Yafa! You're stealthy. Why don't you go first?
First, alright, so I'm gonna attempt to stealth. Well, I've been off my game for stealth for a bit, so, let's see. I rub my hands together. Kind of do like a squat or two.
Yeah, you could do some squats, kind of roll your neck, crack your knuckles.
Yeah. Alright, fuck it. 12. It's better than it.
Yeah, it's serviceable. So you head forward, and
I'm going to peek
before
around
you
this
head
corner.
down the path completely. Before you completely head down the path, I think since we have such a small group today, and we're about to head into this large dungeon, it might be prudent to hold off until there's more people present for this to actually delve into the stuff.
Fine with me.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right, so you're now deep in the depths of this dungeon with apparently no way to go back if the darkness that envelops the staircase behind you.
Down in the depths of the dead, feel the agony, scars of 1,000 wounds in your memory.
Is any indication, whoever that person was seems quite powerful if they're able to push Martin back and knock the wind out of him with one hand. So if that's any measure of the type of enemies you'll fight here, you might. Well, he touched him, so it definitely wasn't an illusion. Unless that wasn't what you said, I just misheard you.
Alright, I asked this earlier, is there any way to fasten things to my hat?
Yeah, I said you could put a card in your hat.
Alright, well, I'm gonna put a joker in my hat.
Okay, edgelord.
Put a joker and a king, because I'm king, baby.
Okay. So yeah. This is going to be a pretty tight dungeon to navigate, so I really don't feel like moving every single person's piece. So if I could just move Fred and Galaron, that'd be great. So hopefully by next week, Skelly, Sinjin, Martin, and Jen will all be present and capable to move their stuff.
Hopefully.
And Gibbs, if you just, like I said, let's just sort out a couple of things. If you click your tokens